So for those guys that don't know what this is a full Movedex, Learn Dex of every single Pokemon that is in the Diamond and Pearl remakes. And this is every move they learn, all their egg moves, all the TMs and stuff like that. So this is how we know what's going to be meta. And I've talked a lot in the past about, people always talk about like, this Pokemon needs a buff, this Pokemon needs a buff, and they always want to change their base stats, and that's never really how Pokemon does that, with very, very few exceptions. 90% of the time, even more than 99% of the time, any buffs to a Pokemon are going to be given in changing its moves, maybe giving it a new egg move, maybe giving it a TM or something like that that it couldn't normally get. And that's how Pokemon get buffed or nerfed. For example, a good example of a nerf in this gen is Body Press is not in this game. So a lot of the Pokemon that were usable because of Body Press are going to be not as usable. Another example of like a buff is Chatot is in this game, and it now has Parting Shot. So, and that's, you know, able to be done through like egg moves. Like Mightyena, I think, is another Pokemon that gets Parting Shot as well, or Nasty Plot, one of those two. Those are moves that it didn't get before, so that is inherently a buff. So we're going to be looking at a bunch of different mods, looking at a bunch of different moves that they get, and just seeing how well some of our favorites like stack up after we know basically all this stuff. Is Umbreon toxic? It's not, right? So that's a good example of like, I'd call that a nerf, because the only way to really use Umbreon in singles is like to be a toxic staller. But let's look into it. I'll give you guys a link to this so you guys can look at it with me. But you can see right here, this is Bulbasaur right here. So egg moves are going to be things like Skull Bash, Petal Dance, Curse, Ingrain, Nature Power. Charm on Bulbasaur is kind of unique. Amnesia, we still see the Leaf Storm, and we see Grassy Terrain. I don't know if it ever got Grassy Terrain, but like it's cool that terrains are still in the game. Parting Shot, Mightyena, I think it might get Parting Shot. It's either Parting Shot or Nasty Plot. I tend to group those two moves together. We see TM moves. You can see Toxic is back at a TM, and I've looked ahead. A lot of the Pokemon, just because Toxic is a TM, doesn't mean everything gets it. They're pretty much keeping Toxic on mostly, you know, bug types, poison types, and grass types. But we're going to see some Pokemon with Toxic, some Pokemon don't have it. Workup is a cool addition. Light Screen, do we still see Reflect? Does it get Reflect? Honestly, Reflex, so just Light Screen, that's kind of lame. But Swagger is cool. I always like seeing the weird moves that things get, like, so Swagger, Flash, Double Team, that's cool to see on these guys, and I generally do like that. Looks like their moves here are exactly the same. One thing they're going to see a lot as we go down this list, a lot of these mons are like 1-to-1, but like they might get like one move different. For example, I don't remember Venusaur ever getting Roar or any sort of phasing move. So like I really, really like this change. I think Roar Venusaur, you can almost play Roar as kind of like a teleport where like it completely takes away any momentum from your opponent and puts you back into like a safe, neutral position. And so I think that's super cool. This thing gets Roar. I don't remember it ever getting Roar. And you can see like right here. So like right here, 0-1, that means these moves are going to be able to be relearned through like heart skill mechanics or any like move relearner mechanics. But again, same like normal moves Venusaur would normally get. Looks exactly the same basically. Yep, looks to be exactly the same. But Roar, nice. I love this as a TM. I love Roar. I love all the sort of like switching out the opponent mechanics and stuff like that's really, really good stuff. Use Roar on Xerneas when it Geos. Unfortunately, or sorry, fortunately, Zeomancy Mon is not in the game. Xerneas isn't in the game. So Charmander, you can see Bellydrum, Ancient Power, Lamau, Dragon Rush, Metal Claw, Counter, still nice to see. Dragon Tail, great addition there. I like that. See, like I like those moves. And for those of you guys that haven't ever played the Gen 4 meta, these are going to be really, really important in singles, Roars, Dragon Tails, and things like that. What you want to do is set rocks in this much slower format and play for positioning. So if you can soak damage, set up a Dragon Tail with something, and then force them to take rocks and spikes damage upon being sent out, you can then create a pin where if you get lucky and get a Pokemon that they don't want out at that time, they either have to A, fodder it, or B, switch it to something else. And either way, that gives you a free turn. You either are free to KO the thing, or you're free to like set up or punish something that comes in. And that's how you play singles. Like we're talking just a little bit about singles in this exact situation. But it's really, really cool to see more mons getting like Dragon Tails and Roars, because I feel it's a really, really big part of the singles metagame, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And what separates this game from like Let's Go is that in Let's Go, if they set rocks, there were no spinners in that game. Like Defog is a TM in this game. Rapid Spin is going to be on a lot of mons, I think, as well. So there are counterplay to hazards and stuff in this game, which is going to be a lot of fun. I like that we still see Beat Up. I like that we still see Dragon Dance. Flare Blitz still being an egg move is still really nice. Beat Up's cool. I wonder if there's any justified mons in the decks. I haven't really looked that far into it. I guess like Gallade would probably have it. Glade might be the best Justified user now. It's better than Absol. So yeah, Glade might be meta in doubles if we play in this format. But looks like these moves are going to be exactly the same. You see, there are moves like Inferno that weren't in that game that Charmander and them, the line can still get. So it's kind of cool seeing a little bit of new moves. Life Dew is in the game. Yep, I did see that Life Dew is in the game. Well, this is a fun fact, actually. So back in the day, actually, in Gen 1, Charmeleon learned Fire Spin at a later level than Charizard. It doesn't have that anymore. But it's one of the few mons that it's like middle evolution learned the moves later than its final evolution. Probably because in the show, Charmeleon was like really like, I'm not gonna call it like antisocial, but Charmeleon was like, the teenager, the angsty, rebellious type. So it learned its final move at a later level. Yeah, Absol and Late, I think, are the only real Justified mons. Charizard, you can see, gets Dragon Claw level 1. That's kind of nice to see. And other than that, let's see if we see any. So like this guy doesn't get. Yes, it does get Roar. So Roar's still nice to see. I like seeing we see Roost Bead back as a TR. Will-O-Wisp Zard might see some play. Swords Dance is nice. Other than that, looks about right. Brick Break, always good to see. Cool. So the Squirtle line actually gets a bunch of really, really cool egg moves. So like Mirror Coat is a really, really good one. Does it still get counter? Oh, does it get counter? Can I not make my God Squirtle set? I think Blastoise might get counter. No counter. I'm sad. Consider me sad, chat. My favorite Blastoise set was one that had counter Mirror Coat. But yeah, Mirror Coat, Haze, Mist, Flail, Yawn is good, Fake Out's good, Aqua Ring's usable, Aqua Jet's good, Water Spout still, with Life to Muddy Water, Aura Sphere. Great stuff on Squirtle. Really, really like to see that. Does it not get counter? We see Scald here. Is Arcanine going to be a remake? It is. It is in the remake. Arcanine is here. I made a YouTube video talking about every single Pokemon that is in the decks. So you guys can check that out by going to the YouTube channel if you want. Iron Tail Squirtle, kind of cool. Rock Tomb, kind of cool. So these are new moves that are slightly changing these mons. Shell Smash, like still being on this mon, is actually just kind of massive. So watch out for that. Squirtle's going to be super good, in my opinion. There's a Rapid Spin right there. So I'll probably just cut counter for Rapid Spin on my Blastoise set if I want to play with Blastoise still. Because Blastoise is just an absolutely amazing mon. I love Blastoise. Still has the Roar too. I think Blastoise did have Roar in the last one or some sort of phasing move. Or, move that could switch him out. Caterpie, going to be exactly the same. Butterfree. Our boy Butterfree. I think they did change one thing to Butterfree. It loses Electroweb because that's not a TR. And that kind of sucks. Electro was nice to have. I don't see Hurricane anywhere because it looks like it's not in the game. So that's another slight nerf to Butterfree. So it looks like if we're going to be playing it in singles, we're back to using like Psychic Bug Buzz instead of like Hurricane. Just so we can have coverage for fighting mons, which isn't bad. I don't really like the Air Slash person. I like the Psychic a little bit more because you can hit poison types and stuff like that that Bug Buzz wouldn't normally be able to hit. Does Mewtwo get Side Strike? It might. I'll know when I get to it. But Butterfree seems about the same, and that's fine. One thing that I did note, so like we're in the Beedrills area. Beedrill gets, where was that? It gets Toxic Spikes, and I don't think Beedrill had Toxic Spikes before. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't think that it did. And so that's really, really cool, and something that Beedrill brings to the table that not a lot of mons are going to bring to the table. Toxic Spike's good. Defog's good. Yeah, Beedrill's looking like, you go Defog, U-turn, Toxic Spikes, and, maybe one other attack or something. Like, let's see what else we got. Like in a singles meta. Sorry, like Roost on a bulky Beedrill set. That could actually be a cool set. Play a little bit more like a Tornadus. Actually, I actually wouldn't use Defog and Toxic Spike somehow. That's stupid. But you pick one, right? You just pick one. And it could be really good. Like, put Poison Jab or something on it, too. Great mon. And I think it might see a little bit of play. And so, like, this is a really good example of a Pokemon, I guess. That people always say, like, Megas, for you guys who know, that aren't in the game. And people are like, I want Megas in the game. Those are how we make bad Pokemon good. This is how you make bad Pokemon good. You don't need to make bad Pokemon broken. You need to give them something small that not a lot of things have, that makes them unique. So for example, there are other Toxic Spikes users in the game. Those same Toxic Spike users don't have access to Defog, right? So Defog, this can make Beedrill a unique Defog user or a unique Toxic Spikes user with U-turn, like a stabbed move that lets it switch out. So it's super get. Did Beedrill get Endeavor? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it because there's no egg moves for these guys. It shouldn't get Endeavor, but yeah, I think it's really cool that Beedrill can even do this much, So it's good stuff to see. Pidgey, what do you got? Any good egg moves? I always gave it Brave Bird. Brave Bird's a good move. Hurricane. So it looks like Hurricane's still in the game. It looks like Hurricane is still actually in the game, and just they took it off of Butterfree. So that's a nerf. That's a straight nerf to our boy Butterfree. But you know what? Like that's why we're looking at this, to know all this stuff. So let's see, did Pidgeot get anything else? So Hurricane there. Looks like Pidgeot's about the same. Pidgeot with Tailwind. So this might be one of the better Tailwind setters. Obviously, there's going to be better ones like Murkrow. But Tailwind setters are going to be really hard to come by if we're looking at like a doubles meta. Can you post the source? Yeah, go for it. Here's the source right there. So yeah, looks like I'm not gonna say it's gonna be good, but like it might actually be usable, at least for a couple videos. So like I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Rattata, so Screech, Flame Wheel. I didn't know it got that. There's the counter. So again, they've nerfed things like Blastoise taking away counter as an egg move. Revenge and Final Gambit is still a part of its moveset. I really like Final Gambit on Rattata and Raticate. So I'm happy that that's still there. It has only a 55 base HP, but I still like it. And that's nice. Did we see any other, like, Shockwave still there? So it keeps a bunch of the things that made Raticate unique, and that Raticate was like it was a bad mon, obviously, but it could be a mixed sweeper, because it got, like, Thunderbolt, it got Ice Beam, I think it might get, like, Flamethrower type moves. It had really good special coverage, and could be, like, a mixed sweeper with, like, as well as like a Final Gambit / like Sucker Punch type stuff with Double Edge. So there's a bunch of cool stuff that Raticate can do. It obviously still gets the Endeavor Quick Attack, but yeah. Let's see. Check Beedrill level 41. Oh, it does get Endeavor. You're right. Beedrill gets Endeavor. I didn't know the Beedrill got Endeavor. You're right. So that's good. It doesn't get a Quick Attack move, but not bad. I think that's cool. See, these are things that Beedrill gets that like it wouldn't have gotten. That's really cool. I like that. I've been enlightened. Spearow, Scary Face, Quick Attack, Tri Attack, Astonish, Sky Attack, Whirlwind, Uproar, Feather Dance. Okay. Does it not get Brave Bird? Bro, Spearow still doesn't have Brave Bird. Oh man, who hates Spearow? This thing doesn't get like any moves at all. It gets Defog. But that sucks. That's sad. They should give Fearow Brave Bird. It's not even good. But, like, that's just sad. Ekans. I've actually thought that Ekans and Arbok are actually really unique mons that are pretty good. And especially in a dex like this where Intimidate users are going to be very premium. There's not that many of them. There's no more Incineroar. So, like, Arbok might be a really valuable option in terms of, like, Intimidate users. Looks like egg moves are things like Slam, Spite. Spite's cool. Beat Up, so it's another Beat Up mon. Scary Face is cool. Disable's cool. Switcheroo and Sucker Punch. Really unique cool tech choices for these guys. And Glare's also super good. So I like this. Gets the Gunk Shot still. Yeah, I like Arbok. Does it get? It doesn't get Dragon Tail. That'd be cool. It gets Iron Tail. Gets Dig. Rock Slide. It's not even bad. Like Arbok's like not even bad. 95 base attack, 80 base speed with Intimidate. It's like a poison Arcanine. That's the best way to look at it. It's like a poison type Arcanine with like not better, but like good coverage. Gets Haze too, so it's not even bad. Like you can't set up on it either, which is sometimes, you know, you don't want to Haze your Intimidate on, but like, you know, having a lot of poison types get Haze because that's just kind of how they play. Like, I think it still gets Toxic too, so right? Doesn't it still get Toxic? No Toxic. That might have been too good. It still gets Earthquake though, so good stuff. I love playing Ekans in Little Cup. It's one of my absolute favorites in Little Cup. Pikachu. Let's see. Focus Punch, Light Screen. Or is it where are my egg moves? There's no egg moves for Pikachu? You still got Surf. Huh, that's really weird to see no egg moves. Maybe it's just not on here yet? Maybe it's because the Pichu part might have all the egg moves. That's probably where all the egg moves are. Because, like, it better still have Encore, otherwise I'm going to be a big sad. But it looks like it's about the same. He gets Elemental Fangs. Arbok? Yeah, Arbok gets a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, Raichu's over here. Nasty Plot over here. Not bad. He still gets Faint. These are good moves. And I like that they gave all these moves to Raichu. I don't know if when they made this quality of life change, but it used to be if you evolve your Pikachu into Raichu too early, you couldn't get a lot of these moves. But now it looks like you can just reorder all these things. Pikachu has the A moves, not Pikachu. Cool. Alright, Sandshrew with Counter, Night Slash, Rapid Spin, of course. Mudshot, that's nice. Let's see, any other unique moves around here? It's like pretty standard stuff. Rapid Spin's a level up move as well. Fling is kind of cool to see. Gyro Ball. Okay, Swords Dance. Poison Jab. Looks like no Toxic though. That's fine. Sand Slash looks like it's about the same. Nidoran Female. Counter Disable. Poison Table Skull Bash. Poison Fang. Charm, another beat up mon. See, it's really good to know these beat up mons, guys. It's really important. Any new moves to consider buffs for any mons? We're looking around. We're finding them. So, like, Beedrill got a bunch of new moves. Beedrill got, like, Toxic Spikes and Endeavor and stuff like that. And that's pretty cool. But it looks like this thing also does get Toxic. So, a Toxic mon. It also gets Helping Hand and stuff like that. I think it's a... Helping Hand's no longer a TM, I don't think. So, it's like Helping Hand mons are going to be pretty hard to come by. So, that's pretty nice. Earth Power, which is Raw learns the Earth Power. That's really good to know. Raichu kept Encore? Cool, cool. Good, good. Flatter. It gets Flatter, too. That's really cool to see. Yeah, Nidoqueen over here. Just relearns all these moves. Superpower. Nidoqueen's nice to see as well. Nidoran. Male's going to be a lot of the same thing. Can Egg move Confusion? I wonder why that's there. It might be for, like, for something else. Sucker Punch. I didn't know this thing gets Sucker Punch. So I think this is a buff. Did Nidoking always have Sucker Punch? And if it doesn't, like, why am I not running Sucker Punch Nidoking to check Calyrex? Like, we're looking at big buffs. Did it always get that? It always has it. We can do this right now. Wow. And no more counter on Zam? Ooh, never lucky. But yeah, Sucker Punch. I didn't know it got that. So I've learned something new right now. And keeps the Earth Power. That's so nice. That's so nice. Nidoking's going to be good. I'm going to use me some Nidoking. Yeah, I just looked it up. Nidoking always has... Oh, and it's Stealth Rock still here, too. That's really nice. But yeah, that's weird. That looks... Yeah, I think Sucker Punch Nidoking sounds like a good time. All right, let's check out Clefairy. The egg moves are going to be on Cleffa. But, like, Clefairy still seems to be pretty good. I really do like that it's a general one-to-one copy. Like, a lot of these moves that they have are just moves that they had in previous games, and that's really good. Encore's still here. Copycat's still here if you need it. Minimize. Life Do. So it looks like it's the same copy-paste. We still see the Follow Me. It just looks like what it is in Sword and Shield. Yep, I like that. Vulpix. There is no Alolan forms. Let's see. There is no Alolan form, so we just get the regular Ninetales. Hypnosis still here. Flame Charge is kind of cool. Power Swap and Hex. Stantler got entrainment. Yeah, I did see that Stantler got entrainment. I did see that. It's like Ninetales is about the same. Gets Roar. Had Roar in previous games too. Disable. Is Encore still here? Ooh, is there more Encore? No. I don't actually know if Fire Ninetales kept Encore, if that was just a Alolan Ninetales thing. But either way, I'm sad. I've liked using Encore on those things. Jigglypuff. Again, egg moves are going to be on the Igglybuff page. But it looks like all those are really, really good coverage moves. I like that as well. Like, tons of good coverage moves. See anything else? Oh, Play Rough, but it's not going to be that great. Hyper Voice, and it does stab it, but it's going to have to D-Gleam. Where's D-Gleam? Dazzling Gleam here. What TM is Dazzling Gleam? There's it. So at least Wigglytuff still gets Dazzling Gleam, so it can stab the fairy moves. Disappointed about no regional forms. I really want to use a Alolan Golem. I mean, you could go play Let's Go. Alright, so Zubat here. Hypnosis, Whirlwind, Brave Bird. So they actually kept a lot of what made Zubat cool. I want to see if Crobat can get Nasty Plot. It's important. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, Crobat's going to be later. But I really hope it still gets Nasty Plot somehow. Oddish. So you see Toxic on Oddish. Going to be really nice. Egg moves. Looks like Strength Sap. That's sick. Yeah, Strength Sap is good for the Oddish line. Very, very good. So like Blossoms, Vileplumes, still getting Strength Sap. That's really, really good. So that's a big buff from like something that wasn't in Gen 4. Zen Headbutt on Crobat? No, I think it had Zen Headbutt. I think that it did. I'm pretty sure that it did. Vileplume still looks about the same. Paris, our boy. Screech Counter, Psybeam Paris. I didn't know that was an option. Metal Claw, Bug Bite. So Bug Bite might be a better move than Xscissor, maybe. Leech Seed, Wide Guard used to be an egg move. It is again. That's good. Fell Stinger, Grassy Terrain. Okay. Still gets the Spore. You know what we got. We got Sub, Leech Seed, like Spore, and just Xscissor. I might want to use Bug Bite instead. But I like me some Parasect. Gets Rage Powder here at the level at 59. So good stuff. So Parasect, say hello to your new Amoonguss if you want to play some doubles. Yeah, they are adding Nature Mints. That's good to see. Gliscor actually loses Toxic. So Gliscor is completely nerfed into the ground. Almost unplayable, I would say. Gliscor is almost unplayable. I say almost. Like, there's not really a reason to run a Gliscor over a Garchomp now. Let's see. Venonat. Baton Pass. Morning Sun. Rage Powder. Wow. Venonat's going to be good. Like, Venomoth? Like, Rage Powder with, like, basically, it's basically a Butterfree. With potential Baton Pass and healing moves. With Toxic Spikes. Venonat. This is a good set on that. Because it still gets Quiver, right? Yeah, still gets the Quiver on the Venomoth. So it's going to be good. It's going to be a great mon. Diglett. Ancient Power Headbutt. Final Gambit Diglett still in the game. That's nice. Another beat-up mon. So this might probably be the best beat-up mon because it traps. So it's going to be really good stuff. Gotta run a class. Thanks for the stream. Missed watching you play. Thank you. Gliscor walks Toxic. God bless America. Yeah, I think that's balanced. I think it was too good. But it looks like Diglett's about the same. Stone Edge. Rock Slide. Yeah, it looks like about the same. Did Diglett lose Sucker Punch? I think it lost Sucker Punch, guys. Oh, no. Doug Trio just learns it. All right. That's so weird that it learns Sucker Punch. But I mean, Sucker Punch is a good move. So there you go. Meowth. Spite Hypnosis Last Resort. Looks about the same. There might be something missing from here. Because Meowth always got a lot of cool stuff. There's no Nasty Plot? There's a Nasty Plot level 40. All right. Whirlwind. Was Whirlwind missing from what mon? Who was missing Whirlwind? Meowth wasn't. Persian. Does it still get... what is it? I want to see... Shockwave. Awesome. It's still really cool to get Shockwave because you can use it with Technician. And it's good. Psyduck. Clear Smog. We're using a Golduck today. Hypnosis still in the game. Yawn. Oh my gosh. And Encore. Golduck is still going to be usable. Cool. It's Aqua Jet too. I dig that. Mankey. Counter Reversal. Beat Up. Another good beat up mon. Close Combat's an egg move. Encore egg move. Ooh, that's good. Primeape's going to be totally usable. Encore, like... Encore Primeape is going to be sick. Like, I like that. I'm actually a fan of that. I think that's going to be really cool. And it still gets Final Gambit. So, I think Venomoth had Whirlwind. I think it did. But yeah, it's good. This is a good set. Like, I think Primeape's definitely going to see some play. Final Gambit, like, it's probably one of the better Final Gambit users with a 65 base health and 95 base speed, so Scarf it. So Scarf with, like, U-turn, Close Combat, Final Gambit, and, like, maybe one other move. Like, you could put Stomping Tantrum, you could put the Outrage, you could put the, I don't know if any of the Elemental Punches, maybe? Yeah, Earthquake there. But Stone Edge is great. It still gets a bunch of cool stuff, so Taunt's also really nice. I like Primate. Primate's going to be good. Growlithe, here we go. Thrash, Double Edge, Morning Sun. I like that it kept Morning Sun. Heatwave, Flowblitz, Close Combat, Burn Up. So I like that they kept Close Combat on as well, in case you want to run, like, big physical Arcanine. Kept the Burn Up as well. Will-O-Wisp, Snarl. Looks like it's keeping all its good moves, so. Still gets Helping Hand as well. That's really nice to see. Still gets Roar. I like that a lot. It looks like no Teleport, so that's like a big nerf. It's a big nerf to take Teleport away from it. It only got it in Let's Go, because, like, everything got it in Let's Go, but, like, taking away Teleport is, like, really, really big for this Pokemon's moveset. And it still gets, like, weird stuff like Dragon Pulse and Player Up too. So it's kind of cool to see that. Poliwag, Endeavor, Haze, Mist, Mind Reader, Splash, Bubble Beam, Mudshot, Encore. Hypnosis is still here. Perish? Where's the like, Perish might be a Poly... I could have swore that Perish was on all of them. I could have swore it was an egg move. I could be super wrong. Just get Submission out of the game. It doesn't even need to be in the game anymore. Alright, Abra. Confusion, Guard Split, Magikarp, Encore. Still really nice to see there. Elemental Punches for some reason. And No! Ally Switch is still in the game. But no, look, this is the first mon that's gotten Ally Switch, is Abra. So it's definitely like it used to be, where Ally Switch is only on like a tech few number of mons, not like a TM anymore. So it's really cool to see it not being on everything. Let's see. Yeah, well, Alakazam with the Ally Switch. Roleplay. Roleplay is a really cool, unique move that I think more Pokemon should get. But it's alright. Machop. Counter. Bullet Punch still here. Quick Guard still here. Encore still here. I like that. Heavy Slam and Knockoff. I like that it still keeps Knockoff. That's really good. Politoed is the only one with Perish. Okay, cool. I didn't know. Yeah, we'll see when we get to it to see if it still keeps it. Looks like my champ's about the same. Still gets the dynamic punch. That's all you really need. Still gets like poison jab and stuff probably. Yeah. All right. Big Machampion. All right, Bellsprout. Encore still. I love that they're keeping Encore on all these. I love that move. Clear Smog still really good to see. Power Up still really good to see. Strength Sap. I don't know if it had Strength Sap before. So that is something that's potentially new. That's like really, really good. Still gets the Sleep Powder. Knockoff, I didn't know it got Knockoff. So it's good to see. Yeah, I think Victory Bell is always like a usable. Like, Victory Bell's always been a usable Chlorophyllmon that we used to see a lot more. It used to be like the only one of these that got Weather Ball. And I still think it probably keeps it. But yeah, we'll see. Where's Weather Ball? I don't want to like control F because it'll mess up everything. Yeah, Weather Ball right here as an egg move. It used, but now everything gets Weather Ball. Looks like they're taking Weather Ball away though, so it might be good again. You never know. Tentacool. Like, I don't think Venusaur had Weather Ball. Haze, Knockoff, Mirror Coat, Rapid Spin. Love to still see the Rapid Spin. That's basically this Pokemon's a niche. So Tentacool is good. Does it still get Toxic? It does not. So that's another thing. Like, really, really important to know these things. It lost Sucker Punch. Oh, it did. It did lose Sucker Punch. The Victory Bell line, right? I've used Sucker Punch Victory Bell. That was a really big part of how that Pokemon played in Let's Go. So yeah, that's a change. That's a big change. Tentacool looks about the same. Geodude, Mega Punch, Block, Hammer Arm, Flail, Curse, Automatize, Wide Guard. I don't remember them having Wide Guard. I don't remember Golem line having Wide Guard. I don't ever see the Golem line. But hey, you know what? If they have Wide Guard, they have Wide Guard. Ponyta. Hypnosis still here. Morning Sun. Ally Switch. I was like, it has to still have it. I love that. I love that for Ponyta. Good stuff, game. Like, keep Ally Switch on like a few months, but this is one of the cool ones that had it. I love this. This is like the perfect Ponyta moveset they changed. I think it started like Gen 6, where they have like Ally Switch, high horsepower. It'll still be able to Flare Blitz. Morning Sun's great. Horn Drill's great. Hypnosis is great. All the cheese moves are on this Pokemon. So I like this. It still should be able to get like, yeah, there's Mega Horn, Poison Jab. I like it. It's good. It's like a mix of like the Let's Go set, but with like Ally Switch on it. Alright, Slowpoke, here we go. Belch, Belly Drum, Future Sight, Wonder Room. Nothing spectacular so far. Where's Trick Room? Is Trick Room not a TR? No, it is right there. It's still here. It's probably one of the better Trick Room setters. Like Slowking and Slowbro and stuff like that. Psych Up, Surf, pretty much exactly the same. Heal Pulse, very good to see still. Magnemite. No egg moves on this guy. So let's see if they change anything. Looks like it's about the same. Magneton's going to be the same too. Farfetch'd. Gust, Quick Attack, Flail, Feather Dance, Night Slash, Final Gambit. Cool to see. Leaf Blade Revenge. I don't know if the weak's in the game. Probably is. But like Surfetch'd isn't in the game. So Farfetch'd isn't going to be that great either. And then Eviolite's not in the game either. So it's going to be not as great as people might think. Doduo. Alright, so it gets Endeavor Quick Attack right off the bat. Quick Attack's an egg move, it also just learns it. Haze. I didn't know it learned that move. I just didn't know it learned that move. Brave Bird's really cool to see. How does this still get Defog? It makes sense that it wouldn't. Roost is kind of funny. Do you learn Defog? Pluck's cool. Steel Wing's cool. Taunt. It used to get a fighting attack. It looks like it loses it. It used to get some sort of fighting attack. Yeah, Eviolite's not in the game. It's a Gen 5 item. No Eviolite, no Assault Vest, no Weakness Policy. Yeah, I thought this thing got a fighting attack in one game. Looks like it doesn't. Maybe like Double Kick is what I was thinking of, but looks like I don't even see that. It gets Lunge. That's super cool. Seal. All right. Lick, Perish Song. It's nice. Encore's nice. Fake Out's nice. Yeah. Entrainment. Seal still gets all the cool moves that made Seal and Dugong unique in that sort of like Perish Trap team. Zapdos lost Hurricane. I mean, Zapdos didn't really need Hurricane though. But it's good. Like Zapdos would have been too broken if it kept it. No more Jump Kick. Yeah, this is Jump Kick. I think Dodrio used to have Jump Kick. It had it in Let's Go, and it doesn't have it anymore. Grimer is Haze, Mean Look, Imprison Curse. For everyone saying like, oh, I want to use a lower Muck, you can still use regular Muck. Like, you know, it still gets a bunch of cool moves. Gets Power Punch. It's kind of unique. It gets a bunch of the cool stuff. It still gets the Acid Armor. That's all you need. All you need is that Acid Armor. No Weakness Polish or Dynamax, literally unplayable. You mean literally playable. Literally playable format. Still has a minimize. Shelter, here we go. Bubble Beam, Aqua Ring, Life Dew, Rapid Spin, Icicle Spear, Mudshot, Rock Blast. So Rock Blast being there still makes it so you can use a Shell Smash set. There's the Shell Smash right there. So like Icicle Spear, Rock Blast, that's basically just the set on this guy. Still get Toxic Spikes? Or Toxic? No Toxic Spikes. There, Toxic Spikes right there, and I think it still can actually... No Toxic. Alright, just Toxic Spikes. Makes sense. Ghastly. Perish Song still here. Haze still here. Disable, so you can go for Disable sets. All the Elemental Punches. And Scary Face. I never knew that this thing got Scary Face. So, there you go. Looks like the rest of the moves are about the same. Gengar. Looks about the same. Onyx, Flail, Block, Defense Curl, Wide Guard. I knew it got Wide Guard. Dragon Tail's nice to see. I'll definitely use that on this set. And I was talking to someone earlier, Spudmate, they were talking like, oh, I really wish Body Press was still in the game so I could use Steelix. And like, I was trying to explain to them like, the meta is going to be, in singles or doubles, doesn't really matter. It's going to be so much like less of a power creep to where like, instead of fighting like Landorus's and Xerneas and Zacians, like the most problem Pokemon you're probably going to fight is like an Arcanine. It's like, you can just Earthquake that. Or like, you know, if you're not fighting an Arcanine, you're going to be fighting like a Victory Bell. You know, you can just Gyro Ball the dang thing. So it's like Steelix is actually still like super good because the meta is so much less powerful. Did Gengar get Levitate back? It's probably not going to get Levitate back. This doesn't say it. But yeah, like the meta is going to be so much less of a power creep because they're not respecting as so many like busted legendaries. Yeah, it's just sitting in the chat right now. And so like this Pokemon's still gonna be really good. It still gets like Wide Guard if you want to play doubles, but it still gets like Stealth Rocks, still gets Gyro, still gets Dragon Tail. Like that's what made this Pokemon good. Like Roar still Rice if you want to use that instead. Stone Edge is still gonna be good damage. Steelix is still gonna be totally usable in my opinion, and definitely like a usable Roxmon because it's really really bulky and it gets sturdy, which is a really really good ability. Drowsy gets Roleplay, I like that. Flatter's cool. Power Split, still gets Hypnosis, Disable. Drowsy's about the same. People like Hypno for some reason. People always want to see me use Hypno. Krabby still gets Knockoff, I like that. I like to see the Hammer Arm. Ally switch on Krabby! Yo, the degeneracy! I'm excited. Is Wyguard still here? Or did they take Wyguard off? Wide Guard on Kingler. Okay, cool, they didn't. So, that's good. I like this. I like this exactly how they're going to do it. I like the Hammer Arm. It replaces Superpower, which is a nerf. It's a nerf. It doesn't get Superpower anymore. It has to use Hammer Arm. But that's fine. I think that's totally fine. So, Kingler's still good. My boy Voltorb with, let's see. I love Electrode, man. I absolutely love Electrode. Let's see. Do you still get Foul Play? I really want to still see Foul Play. I'm not seeing it. I always switch Kingler, right? I know, it's sick. I'm not seeing Foul Play here. So that means that, like, it's going to really lose out if it loses Foul Play. Oh, well. But that's fine. I don't think that it should have had it in the first place. Because that's basically the only way Electrode could, like, hit any, like, ground types. And ground types, you know, are predominantly physical attackers. If you Foul Play, if you have, like, hazards up in that and they switch in on that, they're going to take a lot. But looks like no Foul Play. It happens. Sad. Execute, Ancient Power Execute, Ingrain, Moonlight, Sleep Powder. Remember I think you have to like, yeah, Sleep Powder has been an egg move I think for a long time on Execute. Nature Power, Leaf Storm, about the same so far. Still gets Trick Room, right? Yeah, Trick Room, yep. I love Electrode though. Alright, Cubone, Belly Drum, Detect over Protect. There's still the Perish Song, I like that. Curse is a unique one to look at on Cubone. And Iron Head. A lot of Pokemon don't have Iron Head anymore. That's one real thing that's good to note. A lot of Mons lose Iron Head. Stomach Tantrum's there in case you don't want to EQ your teammates. Boomerang's still a good move too. Hitmonlee still gets Faint. Do we see Fake Out? We do see Fake Out. Yeah, Hitmonlee looks to be exactly the same. Wide Guard still too. It's good. Let's see. Hitmonchan keep Fake Out. Hitmonchan does keep Fake Out. And gets Faint. And then Hitmonchan gets Quick Guard where Hitmonlee gets Wide Guard. That's looking about the same so far. Hammer Arm on Licky Licky, or sorry, Licky Tongue, that's good. Muddy Water Licky Tongue, I didn't know that I even learned that move, but shoot your shot. Knockoff's nice to see. Power Up's good to still see there. Wheezing and Coughing. I didn't know Coughing could get Psybeam as an egg move, but Pain Split's good to see. I still like seeing Destiny Bond. Toxic Spike's a good move. This thing's going to see a lot of play still. I think like Neutralizing Gas, if it's still in the game, is going to be really, really good. I think it's going to be a very, very good set. Looks like it still keeps like Flamethrower and other moves that makes Wheezing good and stuff like that. So, cool to see. Rhyhorn. Counter's good to see. Dragon Rush might be new. Metal Burst. I don't remember Rhyhorn having that move. I'm going to check it out. Did you always have Metal Burst? It did. Huh, that's crazy. I just didn't know that. And so like I'm learning new things too. Ice Fangs, all the fangs and stuff like that. Still gets the roar. Good stuff. Looks like the TRs are about the same and stuff like that for right on and stuff like that. All right, Chance, this is a big one. This is an important one. I'm not seeing Seismic Toss. Aromatherapy, Gravity, Present. Seismic Toss, all right. Of course they had to have it. I'm kind of still happy they have it. Neutralizing Gas versus Toxic Heal Breloom and Gliscor will be a funny interaction. But the thing is, like, you're not going to see people use Gliscor because we already talked about it. It doesn't get toxic anymore. So it's, like, not viable. But, yeah. Seismic Toss is still here. Kind of lame. Counter's still there. I like that there's still counter there. Is Minimize gone? No, it's still there. Well, that's Blissey. Tangela, alright. Tangela's a good mon. Still gets Rage Powder's an egg move. It's nice. And do we still see Sleep Powder? Yep. Kept Seismic Toss, but not Ally Switch. Good. That's a buff. Kangaskhan, Circle Throw, Counter Disable, Endeavor, Hammer Arm. Is Fake Out a level up move? It is. Alright. Kangaskhan's there too. Horsey. Clear Smog, Disable. Outrage, egg move. Alright. Yeah. So is Dragonette. Still going on. Kingdra's going to be great. Seadra is going to be the exact same probably. Goldeen. Psybeam, Haze, Aqua Tail, Acupressure, Skull Bash. Looks like Sea King's about the same too. Staryu doesn't have any egg moves, but it still gets like Rapid Spin and the other things that make Staryu good. I want to see if it gets dual screen, so Reflect and Light Screen. Good to see still. Yep. Mr. Mime. Alright, this is an important one. Hypnosis, Fake Out. Mimic and Trick and Teeter Dance and Magic Room, Icy Wind. It still gets Wide Guard. It still gets Encore. It doesn't get Follow Me. It got Follow Me in one of the games, right? Am I wrong for thinking this Pokemon got Follow Me? It looks like it doesn't get Ally Switch either. But it still gets Icy Wind. A lot of Pokemon have lost Icy Wind because it's not a TR anymore. So keeping Icy Wind is still really cool, I think. And no Follow Me. Scyther gets Counter. So you can like sash Scyther sets if you want. It's kind of cool. No more dual Wing Beat, right? Dual Wing Beat down. And it gets Defog, so you can make that into like a Scissor with Defog. It's kind of nice. Let's see. Jinx. No egg moves there. So like Sweet Kiss. That's the one that puts to sleep, right? And Fake Out? That'd probably be on an evolution. It did get Follow Me. Back in the day, Mr. Mime used to get Follow Me. It did. It'd be on Smoochum. Electabuzz, its egg moves would be on Elekid. So that'd be where we see if they have an Encore, it'd be over there. Magmar, same thing. If there's anything cool, it'd be over there. But Magmar gets a lot of cool moves. So does Magmortar. Does Scyther get back its long lost Bug Bite? Ooh, good thing to check. Good thing to check. Not as an egg move. Bug Buzz. It gets Roost still. I'm not seeing Bug Bite. See Brick Break. Sad face. Get Steel Wing. It's like no Bug Bite though. Yeah, if Mr. Mime Warren's Follow Me, it might be an egg move, right? Or sorry, well, the Mr. Rhyme, the Mr. Mime Jr. wouldn't be in the game, right? It wouldn't be in the game yet. Pinsir, Faint. That's cool. Quick attack still cool. Close combat and bug bite and superpower on Pinsir. I think those are a couple like low-key buffs, or at least they're keeping some of the buffs from Let's Go because it didn't used to have these moves. So Pinsir gets Earthquake and stuff like that too. Great mon. Tauros. All right. Water Pulse, Work Up, Sunny Day, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Hyper Beam. All right. So does it still have Outrage? No Outrage? That's a nerf from Gen 4. You guys aren't seeing Outrage, right? So Tauros not actually having Outrage is a nerf, and in my opinion, Outrage was super important on Tauros because it doesn't have any ice attacks. And Scarf Tauros with a 110 base speed was a great check to a lot of the dragons after like 2 hours of spikes. So that's a nerf in my opinion because I'm not seeing it. Close combat isn't new on Pinsir. Okay. It's not new, but like I said, they're keeping it. Like it didn't have close combat back in Gen 4, which is what I was saying. But yeah, not having Outrage. Outrage isn't even amazing, but like it was usable, and I used it. Like I've won tournaments using Outrage on my Tauros before, so it's pretty decent. I mean, Double Edge is still like amazing. Double Edge is still gonna have like a lot of damage, but I missed the. I would have liked to see Outrage here. Magikarp, same. Alright, so Gyarados. Gyarados keeps Hurricane Lamau. Looks like Gyarados is about the same. No Dragon Tail, but it gets Iron Tail and stuff like that. Lapras. Tickle Curse, Hornger Lapras, Fisher Lapras, Dragon Dance Lapras. Yo, are we going to see Tropius? Maybe. Ice Shard, Life Dew. Like the Life Dew still? Perish Song still? Good mom. Alright, Eevee. Let's see. Flail, Curse, Tickle. Yawn still really good. Charm still really good. Wish, being able to Wish Pass, super nice. Yeah. Eevee looks about the same too. All the evolutions are going to be the same. Vaporeon with Roar is good, but no Toxic, right? So that's something that to really, really note. Looks like no Toxic on Vaporeon, but Roar is still really cool to see. Jolteon's going to be about the same. So it's helping him. We're going to see if it gets Reflect and Light Screen. So we see the Light Screen, but we don't see Reflect. So that's different from how it was in Let's Go, which is how it is now in Sword and Shield. Looks like we are seeing Volt Switch being the TR2, so like that's it's really important to note. Looks about the same. Flareon. They gave it Flare Blitz, boys and girls. We did it. It has Flare Blitz. We're safe. Porygon. Let's see. I think Porygon Z is in the game. So we'll just look at Porygon Z when we get to it, but it's good, mom. Omanite, Lord Helix, Aurora Beam, Bubble Beam, Haze Knockoff, Reflect type. You don't see that move very often. Spikes and Toxic Spikes plus Muddy Water. Shell Smash. So it's still going to be a usable mon. It's going to be built basically the same way it was in Let's Go, as like a bad Cloyster. But I think it's kind of cool. You still see Ancient Power, so like a Stab Rock Attack and stuff like that. Yeah, Omastar right there. Basically the same thing. Kabuto, Egg moves, basically the same, as well as like Rapid Spin, but it still gets Icy Wind, so that's kind of cool to see. Kabutops, Liquidate. Nice. Metal Sound. You don't see that often. And Stone Edge. Aerodactyl, this would be cool. Curse, Dragon Breath, Tailwind, and Whirlwind, and Wide-Guard Aerodactyl. So Aerodactyl keeping Tailwind. This might make Aerodactyl one of the best Tailwind setters. I still think like the Prankster Tailwind setter like Murkrow is going to be really good, but like Aerodactyl can be a check to Murkrow because it gets rock attacks. Aerodactyl's going to be good in both singles and doubles. So like, watch out for the boy. Aerodactyl's going to be big. So it's really, really cool to see they kept Aerodactyl's set relatively intact. Snorlax, Double Edge, Curse, Fisher, Counter, Gastro Acid, Charm, and Whirlwind. They kept the Whirlwind on Snorlax, which is really good to see because it doesn't get Roar. And Power Punch. Power Punch is kind of cool too. Looks like the rest of the moves are relatively the same. Yeah, keeping those moves is super good. I agree. It's really, really cool to see. Snorlax just gets so many freaking moves. Yawn's still here. It's nice to see. Articuno. Alright. Mind Reader, Sheer Cold. That's all you need to see, right? Electro counter to Arrow coming back. Yo, I'm going to use the shit out of Electrode. No one's going to stop me. But Articuno basically looks exactly the same. There's no heavy duty boots in this format, so it's going to be hard to use. They all get Roar. Like Zapdos. We already saw that Zapdos loses Hurricane. And that's completely balanced. Like, this Pokemon was already good. Let's see if it doesn't get Heat Wave. So, I'd say it's a bigger loss to lose Heat Wave than it is to lose Hurricane. Because Zapdos actually had Heat Wave at the end of Gen 4 with the Heart Gold Soul Silver remix. It had Heat Wave because it learned it there. That was one of the big changes of the game to where Power Creep was ridiculous. Because then that opened up Zapdos to not being walled by like grass types and made it easier to win versus steel types, which were still really good back then. So Zapdos is still going to be really good. Still gets Roost. Still gets Thunderbolt. So he still gets Attacked and stuff like that. Still basically gets everything it wants. Still gets Roar. So it's still a really, really good mon. It doesn't get Toxic anymore. But yeah, not having Heat Wave is actually a really big nerf to it. Still gets Defog though, so it's good stuff. Moltres, still bad. Moltres gets Hurricane though. Does Articuno get Hurricane? Articuno does get Hurricane. So like I like that. That's like slight buffs to like these ones which aren't as good. So it's kind of cool to see that they're boosting up those moves. Dratini, Aqua Jet, Dragon Breath, E-Speed as an egg move. Very nice that it still keeps that. Looks like no Hurricane so far. Hurricane and Dragonite. Dragonite doesn't get Hurricane. No, it does. Sorry. Ugh, I'm an idiot. So, yeah, Dragonite. So, I really like what they're doing. I really like what they're doing here. Yeah, no Air Slash Zapdos. Zapdos didn't ever have Air Slash, I don't think. It never had a flying attack. But yeah, I really like that they're keeping a lot of these things. It looks like they actually took a good amount of time to see like what moves are on each mon and see like what way can we balance it, because like what moves were a bit too good. For example, like the Hurricane and the Heat Wave from the Zapdos. They always had Hurricane. They didn't have Hurricane in Gen 4, right? That's the thing, is they didn't have Hurricane in Gen 4, and they didn't have Hurricane in Let's Go, if I'm thinking correctly. Mewtwo, here we go. Life Dew Mewtwo. Psystrike, there we go. Hamano's, he's been redeemed. There we go. Zap had Drill Peck. Yep, Zap had Drill Peck back then. And you did not use Drill Peck Zapdos back then. Mew can learn everything. All the TMs. This is the full TM list, guys. Shadow Ball still a TM. Dazzling Gleam. Taunt. Bullet Seed. Poison Jab. Psych Up. Snarl. There you go. And there's all the moves that it learns too. Chikorita. We're into Gen 2. Wow, we've been doing this for like 50 minutes. We're into Gen 2 now, guys. Let's see. Chikorita getting Light Screen and Reflect. I like that. Violent Leech Seed, so still gets the seeds. Ingrain Leaf Storm. I don't remember if I got that before. Heal Pulse. I think it got that, and that's still really good to see it has it. Do we know of any ability changes? No, we don't even know like if... Like, I'm sure hidden abilities are in the game, but they don't say it here. But yeah, Chikorita seems to be exactly the same. And Meganium. I like that they kept Petal Blizzard. I've been meaning to use some cool Petal Blizzard tech. So I like that that's still there. Cyndaquil. Fury Swipes, Quick Attack, Reversal. Howl's nice. That's unique. Forbut's Extrasensory Nature Power. Eruption's still there. We did it. We're safe. Looks like it's still going to be about the same. So Typhlosion's going to see play as a big Eruption mon. Totodile. Saw a lot of people excited for Totodile. Ice Punch. Dragon Dance. Aqua Jet. These are all moves that go super, super well with like Sheer Force that it has. Crunch. Gets Flatter too. I didn't know that. Superpower. Still keeps Superpower too. That's great. So for Alligator, might actually see some play too. It's a unique stat line for a mon. I like that. Sentret. Heroes are good. This is a really important one to know. All right. So Double Edge Slash, Focus Energy Reversal, Trick, Last Resort, Charm Covet, Baby Doll Eyes. Oh, did they take Follow Me? Nope. Furret still gets Follow Me. All right. Whew. All right. Yeah, no Strength Sap, Meganium, sad face. Let's actually throw back up and see if it doesn't get Strength Sap. I didn't see it. Sad. That is kind of sad. They could have given it to it. Looks like they didn't change anything on the Gen 2 starters though. But yeah, still keeps Follow Me at 19 and 21. So Follow Me is like great. This is actually a really unique. Well, the cool thing about Sentret is, if you're playing Trick Room, this is the Follow Me user that you want because it's the slowest one. And it can also, like, you can't Policy Proc with it, but it still gets, like, Sucker Punch. There's still a bunch of cool moves that it can do. So it's a really, really slow Follow Me mon. So Follow Me is on Furret, which is nice. I like Shiny Furret. It's a cool thing. Hoot Hoot. Supersonic, Wing Attack, Whirlwind, Nightshade, Hurricane. So now that's Hurricane. I mean, it has Hurricane and Sword and Shield, but it didn't back then, which is the thing to know. So Noctowl is going to be about the same. Ladybug, Psybeam, Screech, Encore. I love that. Bug Bite, ooh, Tailwind, and Counter. Cool. I remember the only competitive set I've ever used for a Ledian was a Bide Ledian. And I remember I would use it I would just bust it out. And I used it back in like Gen 4, and Bide's not in the game anymore. So like, I gotta figure out something else to do with the thing. It still gets a Tom Pass, still gets some cool moves. 85 is not super slow. I'll probably try and use it. I like ladybugs, so ladybugs are cool. I like bug types, and if it gets Tailwind, that's more than enough of a reason for me to use it. Like, I can Tom Pass a Swords Dance or something. Spinnerack, here it is, a really important one because of Rage Powder. Rage Powder users are super premium. Say hello to the new Among Us. Just kidding. Toxic Thread's still a super cool move as well. Yeah, but getting Rage Powder is really, really nice. And this is one of Eek's favorite Pokemon as well. He uses this a lot. So, cool to see. Still keeps Sucker Punch as well, which is nice. Crobat, here we go. You get Nasty Plot. Let's look at the Quick Guard. Oh, was there no Tailwind? Tailwind. Okay, thank God. It keeps Tailwind, guys. It's important. We don't have Nasty Plot anymore, but we keep Tailwind, we keep Haze. So, Crobat looks like it's going to be about the same. It looks like, again, similar to Zapdos, Crobat loses Heat Wave. So, like, Special Crobat is not really usable anymore. But, you know, I'm happy that we keep Tailwind. Chinchou. Psybeam, Mist, Soak, Flail, Screech, Amnesia, Whirlpool, Agility. Some unique things over here with, like, the Soak Whirlpool. But, I mean, it's Lantern, so it's going to play about the same. Crobat has Nasty Plot, Team 63. Does it? Am I an idiot? Am I an idiot? Idiot. I'm an idiot. So, we do see the Nasty Plot. Thank you. Thank you for... It has Toxic. It does have Toxic, but it doesn't have Heat Wave anymore. I like that it still has Nasty Plot, though. You can go with, like, a Flying Attack. You can go with, like, Shadow Ball or Giga Drain. And then, like, a Sludge Bomb. If it still has it, there's Sludge Bomb. But yeah, not having Heat Wave is lame. But thank you for correcting me. Pichu, here we go. Present, Wish, Charge. Fake Out's still here. Encore's still here. Guys, we did it. Pikachu and Raichu are usable, right? Am I not seeing, like, Volt Tackle? That's fine. I don't remember Volt Tackle, like, being in Gen 4, so... What are these leaks from upcoming VGC? It's leaks from the Diamond and Pearl remakes. So I don't know if you can get Volt Tackle still. I wasn't paying attention on the Pikachu page. Cleffa. Fake Tears is cool. Misty Train. That's kind of cool. Note that there's no, like, hard terrain setters. Like, you gotta manual cast your trains again, which is how it used to be back in, like, 2016, which is nice. So Pikachu's cool. Igglybuff. Let's see. Heal Pulse. Very nice to see. Perish Song. Does Wigglytuff have Perish Song? I didn't know that. Yeah, it has it. I learned something new again. Flight Ball's in the game. It should have it, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, that's Perish Song. Cool. I like Perish Song. More Perish Song users are cool. Togepi. Morning Sun. Cool. Morning Sun's going to be probably more viable than Roost on Togekiss. So that's nice. And it still gets Nasty Plot, so it's really good to see. You've used it? I've used Perish Song Wigglytuff. I have not used that. I have not used the Perish Song Wigglytuff. I've used Vested Wigglytuff a lot. Twitch is filled with the game. Yeah, it's on the game right now. Like, people are streaming their playthroughs. I've seen people doing their stuff. Follow me still on Togekiss, so... It still gets Yawn, still gets After You. I still like that it still kept After You. And it still keeps Wish. Good stuff. Togetic gonna be about the same. Natu, Drill Peck, Quick Attack, Sucker Punch Natu. I never used that. And the Ally Switch Degeneracy. Oh yeah, I did use Jigglypuff with Perish Song. That's what I did. I have used that before. You're right. I used like Eviolite, Perish Song, Jigglypuff. Teleport! Teleport, Mom. So this is gonna be a great guy. Magic Bounce with like Defog and Teleport. You might see people use this in the lower tiers. And it gets Wish. Don't be surprised if you see people using Xatu in lower tiers. Yeah, I think I did use the Perish Jiggly. Alright, let's see. Mareep. Takedown Body Slam. After You. I like that. And TR. I love Ampharos. So Ampharos is sick. I remember one time I went to a regional with Diamond More Than 5. And we were sitting in like the lobby waiting for the regional to like open up on like the first day of the event. And I was like, I was seriously considering using Mega Ampharos just to like swag on people. No, I know there's no Mega Ampharos, but I like Ampharos. Ampharos is a cool mom. Brick Break. Cool stuff. I like that because there's no Mega Ampharos, they took away like the dragon attacks. Because I think it, I don't remember if it, no, it didn't, it was taught Dragon Pulse through a TM. But I like that there's still no more dragon attacks on it. Blossom. So remember the Blossom line got, a bunch of cool stuff. It got Strength Sap. So it's basically this, but with Strength Sap. So it's really, really cool. Meryl. Aqua Jet Bellodrome. Perish Song. That's all you need. Sing still here. Superpower still here. With the, does he have Ice Punch somewhere? I don't see it, but I don't think it needs it. I'm not even looking, like, that well at it, so it's fine. Yeah, we're fine. Still had Superpower, too. That's nice. It kept Dragon Pulse. Did it keep Dragon Pulse? Can I just not read chat? I just can't read. There's so much info. There's so much info. Sudowoodo's an egg move. I'm surprised that Bonsly's in the game. But, let's see. Curse Rollout, Self-Destruct Sandtomb. Tearful Look. Okay. That's a weird one. Politoed. Oh! Perish. There it is. Got it. So I guess Ampharos still gets Dragon Pulse. Alright, that's fine. So Hoppip, this is a really cool one. We're talking about this. We're really excited for Hoppip to be back. We're talking about our Discord. It still gets Encore. It still gets Helping Hand. It still gets Aromatherapy, Worry Seed, Cotton Guard. It still gets Strength Sap. I mean, it gets Strength Sap now. So this is really, really good. I was talking about how I really like this Pokemon. It's probably my favorite Rage Powder / like core Pokemon of all time because it's a 110 base speed when you go to Jump Bluff. So you're able to like let Zern's Geo, which isn't important here, but it gets Rage Powder, right? It gets Encore. It gets Protect, because you have to protect if you're in doubles. And then it gets, I mean, you could go Cotton Spore if you want, but what was the other move that I was just talking about? I don't want to use the Strength Sap. I'll go to my Discord. It's in my Discord somewhere. I was talking about it earlier. It was Protect, Encore, Sleep Powder. It has Sleep Powder and Rage Powder. It's like absolutely busted. It's my favorite set. I've gotten so many CP from this thing. It's one of my favorite shinies. I like Pink Jump Bluff. Did Polypode have Earth Power? It didn't back in the day. Does it have it now? Earth Power. That's new. It didn't used to have it back in Gen 4. I think it has it. It has it now, but it didn't used to have it. So yeah, Jump Bluff. Very, very excited for that. What are the weeks about? We're just looking at the move sets. The learn decks for everything. So let's see. Apom. Apom gets Counter, Screech, Agility, Spite, Slam, Beat Up. Another good Beat Up mod. Fake Out, still good to see. Bounce, not that as important. Switcheroo's really important though on this guy. It used to get used back in the day on like Scarf sets and Quick Guards. So like a Scarf set might actually see some play here. And yeah, it looks basically about the same. Sunkern, one of my favorites. Encore, that's cool. Helping Hand. For those guys who don't know, alright, so back in the day, I'm gonna give you guys a history lesson of Pokemon, right? So back in the day, like 2010, when you had a YouTube channel, you had to have your YouTube channel and have like your Pokemon mascot. Like Pokeaim was the Latios dropping the Draco. You got your Pimp Knights. You got your Flaming Spades with your Victinis. You got your Head Conch Crows, which is what Moxie Boosted used to be, I think. And yeah, my mascot was a Sunkern. I didn't have my name was still my name, but like I had a Sunkern as my profile picture that I like commissioned. I love Sunkern. I got Shiny Sunkern. It's one of my absolute favorites. I just love everything about that. Is there a restate? Yeah, it's the 19th. But I love Sunkern. So like Encore Leech Seed, like Morning Sun, sign me up. I will use like Sash Sunkern in battles. It's just one of my favorites. Yeah, Jaywitz with the Hop Hip. Like everyone had their logo mon, and mine was a Sunkern. I love Sunkern. And Flower Shield, that's cool too. And most watch YouTube. We're here. We are here. Yama. I'm so excited Yamega's back. So freaking excited. I like that Faint is here. So I hope that the move learner works correctly, because you basically, when you evolve, when you learn Ancient Powers, when Yamega evolves, when you evolve Yamega, and you need to get Hypnosis, and it used to be you could get Hypnosis, go back, relearn Ancient Power, and then evolve right there. If that's still the same, you need Hypnosis to make Yamega work correctly, but it's still a really cool set. I love this Pokemon. Yamega is the Pokemon I'm most excited to come back in all of the game. So Yamega is my boy. Wooper's still here. Wooper, you can see, still gets Toxic. So, like, Quagsire is just going to be just as dumb. Still gets Encore, too. Eerie Impulse! No way, is that a thing? Alright, let's see it. Wooper. Like, you don't need the Eerie Impulse, but, like, I just want to see if it had it the whole time. It does. That's new! That's new! We found a buff! Eerie Impulse! Guard Swap here, too. What the That's busted! Yeah, you can delay evolution, but I don't know how the move relearner works, right? I don't know how the move relearner works, or even if there is necessarily like a move relearner that's like, I don't know if they'll even code it to like work that way again. But yeah, guard swap. That wasn't there before. Double kick. That was funny, but like, yeah, a lot of these moves weren't really here before. Yeah. Encore wasn't there, but like Encore was a TM. Did he even learn it though? Yeah, Encore could learn it. But like, yeah, guard swap and Eerie Impulse. Eerie Impulse was a TR, right? And so is guard swap, I guess. But like, I guess that's cool that they're keeping it on this thing. Like they were TRs before. So I guess it's not that big, but yeah, Quagsire is stupid. I hate this thing. This is gonna be the new Toxapex. Imagine if they give Quag like Regenerator and Unaware. Espeon, see, doesn't get to keep Toxic, but Espeon's cool. Is there no Psyshock? Still keeps Dazzling, that's nice. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not seeing Psyshock here. I see Psychic, and I don't see Psyshock, which is pretty important, because that's how Espeon could, like, break a Blissey. So maybe that's not good. Quag kept Toxic. Quag did keep Toxic. I know, right? I know, right? Never lucky. Umbreon, no Toxic. No Toxic on this thing. So it's basically the same, but it doesn't get Toxic, so it has to play the way it's played for a little bit. Murkrow is really, really cool. I think this is going to be the best Tailwind setter in the format, because Prankster Tailwind, being a dark type, it's going to be really, really nice. Still gets Tailwind, still gets Foul Play, still gets Quash if you want to go for just hard Quash, so you can play it in TR if you want. The one thing that, it also gets like Perish Song, gets Brave Bird, it gets Screech, gets Whirlwind, all the cool stuff. The only thing Murkrow's really lost from previous gens, which it used to be good in like 2016 and stuff like that, was Icy Wind. It doesn't have Icy Wind anymore. But that should still be fine. It still gets Defog, still gets Taunt, still gets all the other cool moves that makes Murkrow really, really good. And this is probably going to be the new, this is new Whimsicott basically. This is the new Whimsicott. It's like a mix of like Whimsicott and Grimmsnarl and Sableye. More of like a mix of like Whimsicott and Sableye. But it's a really, really good mon. Slowking. Still gets Yawn, still gets the Slack Off. Still gets the Heal Pulse, about the same. Mischievous is a pretty cool mon with Mismagus. But it's only good if like the, what is it? It's only good with like Eviolite, and Eviolite's not in the game, so it's not that big of a deal. Perish Song though. Perish Setters. Unknown. Hidden Powers back. Just came in. Is this for your Diamond and Pearl remakes? Are these coming to Sword and Shield? These, so like, these are for the Diamond and Pearl remakes, and currently the way it's looking is that you cannot trade Pokemon from this game to Sword and Shield. It's a one-way route, kind of like Let's Go. So like, just because you have Zacian doesn't mean you can trade it to Let's Go. And just because you have a Pikachu in Sword and Shield doesn't mean you can trade it to Let's Go either. This is like its own little thing. It looks to be, from what the data miners have said, is that the only way you'll be able to get Mons into this game is by either catching them in the game through the game's mechanics, which you should be able to even catch like Charmanders and stuff at the end of the game in the underground area. But it's looking like you're going to be able to use Pokemon Go to transfer Mons. So then that's looking to see, that's looking like it's going to be the only way to get like Mons into this game. So like and also it's looking like things that you get in this game won't be able to be taken into Sword and Shield until January. So be on the lookout for that. So like just because you want to put your Mischievous in Sword and Shield, you're going to have to wait until the big update patch that happens at the end of like Arceus and stuff like that. Until the home patch. Yep. Wild Pets should be the same. Do you think everyone's going to stop playing ladder, Sword and Shield, to play Diamond and Pearl? Yep. That's what I think. I am. Draft's cool. We have one in our Nuzlocke right now that we should finish. But another beat up mon. I didn't know this thing got beat up. That's surprising. Yeah, Draft's cool. Pineco, man, I love me some Fortress. This is probably one of my favorite hazard setters in the history of the game. Does Fortress keep Volt Switch? It's actually important. It does. That's really, really good. Because like you could get trapped from Magnezone. Don't mind waiting for January. It's a lot better than my expectation of it never happening. It might not ever happen, but you never know. Yeah, I love me Fortress, man. Hazards. It gets Toxic too, right? No. I thought that it did. It gets Toxic. Spikes. Close enough. Yeah, I love Fortress. Really, really good mon. Dunsparce. The boy. Alright. Astonish, Bite, Curse, Headbutt, Egg Move. We did it, chat. Ancient Power, Agility. Agility, Headbutt. They know what I want. They're cultured. They know what I want. And, Fortress. I thought you were trying to say something else. I was like, I don't know about that one. But yeah, I like Dunsparce as well. Looks like it still keeps like Rock Slide and stuff like that too. So good stuff. Coil's still here if you need it. Yawn's still here if you need it. Gligar. Alright, so you can see it doesn't have Toxic. Metal Claw, Wing Attack, Counter, Sand Tomb, Agility, Baton Pass. So it still gets like those moves. Still gets Faint, still gets Night Slash. But it doesn't, and even if it has Toxic Heal, like Poison Heal, it's not going to have Toxic. So it's just going to be sad. There's the Steelix. Steelix is just going to be a good mon. Crunch is still good. Snubble, another underrated mon for sure. Good Intimidate guy. Snubble gets good coverage. Look at these egg moves. Metronome present, which are fun. But like Crunch, Heal Bow, Close Combat, Elemental Fangs, Double Edge, Fake Tears. Those are all really, really cool moves for like Granbull to get. This is a good stat line. 120 base. It's like better than Arcanine. And it's slow. So like in Trick Room, this guy's going to be big. It still gets the Outrage, still gets the Elemental Punches, gets Taunt, gets that Stabbed Play Rough. This is going to be good. We're just going over the moves that are going to be in Diamond and Pearl remakes. This guy's going to be good. Granbull's going to be an absolutely big, massive threat. I'm excited. Finally, Granbull's going to be big busted. People actually used to use Granbull a bit back in like 2016, 2015. So it's going to be good. Quillfish. Ooh, does it lose Destiny Bond? It doesn't. Cool. It's good. All right. Still keeps minimized too, which is nice. Flail Haze. None of those are really that useful. Maybe Aqua Jet. Cool. At least it keeps Destiny Bond. Granbull's so cool. I love it. Scizor. So let's see if Scizor gets like Bug Bite for some weird reason. I don't think Bug Bite's at TM. It looks like it's not here. Bullet Punch still keeps though. Does it keep a Reflect? It keeps a Light Screen, so Light Screen's good. Gets Roost too, right? I mean, yeah, there's a Roost right there. So that's good. I mean, I like that so far. No more Bug Bite, but it does get Deep Fog, which is nice. Does get Deep Fog. Shuckle. Sweet Scent Knockoff, Acupressor, Acid, Final Gambit, Lamau. Infestation, I'd love to see that. Helping Hand's cool to see. Rock Blast. I feel like it's missing stuff. Still gets Toxic. Still gonna get rocks and stuff like that. Yeah, it's about the same. How TF does Moltres and Articuno get her game, but not Zap did him dirty? No, they did it like it's supposed to be done. Like, Zapdos isn't supposed to have that move in Gen 4. Zapdos was already like top 5 OU back in that game. So it's like, it's too broken. Yeah, Life Orb TR Granbull's gonna be good. So, Heracross, Egg moves. Night Slash is cool. Feint's cool. Mega Horn. I already learned that, but like Rock Blast. It's kind of cool it kept Rock Blast from being Mega Heracross, but like it would never use that. Let's see. Counter's still here. I like to see Counter here. Mega Horn, Close Combat. That's all you need. Mega Horn, Close Combat's basically all you need on Heracross. Love Heracross. Why does Shuckle still have Toxic? Because that's like inherent to Shuckle's moveset. Like everyone knows that if you're going to play Shuckle in singles, it's a Toxic mon. And like kind of how Chansey still has Seismic Toss. Like that's something that the players have like forced into how people use those Pokemon. I think Shuckle should still have Toxic. It makes sense because like it's a bug thing, you know, that is always used. It's always been Toxic. I think it's dumb, but I think it like makes sense in like how the game looks, how the game's always been played. Counter Spite, Fake Out. Here we go. Ice Shard, Faint, Icicle Crash. That's new. This used to just have Icicle Punch. Sorry, Ice Punch. There's the Ice Punch right there, and Throat Chop. So these are a couple new options because Weavile is actually a very, very good mon in Gen 4. And so, like, Sneasel getting a bunch of these moves. These are all buffs. These are straight buffs to a Pokemon that was definitely OU. So it's good. Teddy Ursa. Crunch Takedown, Counter. A lot of things get Counter. Yawn. That's nice to see. Close Combat. That's nice to see. Belly Drum. That's crazy. With, like, Quick Feet. Looks like it's about the same, though. Ursaring. Yeah. Ursaring might be okay. It's a decent speed line for a Trick Room team. With, like, it's like Close Combat, Stab Fighting moves. I could see Ursaring seeing some play. Slugma. I've always liked Slugma and Macargo. Egg moves are looking in Earth Power. Good. And I like these guys in Trick Room. I like these guys in Trick Room a lot. Still gets Yawn if you want it. Still gets Chris Mog if you want it. Gets like Flamethrower. Still raw learns Earth Power. Ursaring with Belladrum is potential to be insane. It's too slow. Even if you have like the Toxic Orb or something like that, it's a little bit too slow to be used in my opinion. But like you can put it in Trick Room. Swinub. Fisher, Curse, Icicle Crash, Freeze Dry. Body Slam, Mudshot, Icicle Spear. I want to see if they give... Oh, Ice Wind's kind of cool to see. I want to see if they give back Mamoswine Peck. Power Gem. Oh, that's Corsola. Mamoswine's at the end. I was like, what? We'll check it at the end. Looks like it's about the same, though. Corsola here, not Nagorian Corsola. Just regular Corsola. Looks like it's about the same. Because it's like Liquidation, stuff like that. Nothing really special. Remoraid. Octazooka. Water Spout. So still going to be Water Spout on Octillery. Yep. Octillery still gets all the cool stuff. Bullet Seed's kind of funny to see there. Delibird. People are surprised by the amount of like egg moves Delibird gets. Aurora Beam, Quick Attack, Splash, Rapid Spin. That's cool. Fake Out's always good. Destiny Mon's always good. Counter's always good. Aurora Veil. This might be one of the only Aurora Veil mons in the game. Ice Punch, Icy Wind, and Spikes. Like, I've always thought Delibird gets like a bunch of really, really cool moves. So that's cool. I like Delibird. It's a good mon. I think it's really, really cool. Hustle. Yeah, it gets Hustle too. Mantine. There's a move that Mantine gets that the baby Manfiend doesn't get, and I think it's Roost. We'll see though. I don't remember. Mircoat, Tailwind. That's big busted. Big Tailwind. Big Wide Guard. Does it get Roost? Where's Roost? Scald Roost. There we go. It's good. Good that it gets those. The baby one doesn't get Roost. Skarmory's still big busted. It gets Faint, Drill Peck, Brave Bird. Those are all good moves. Still gets a Roar instead of like Whirlwind or something like that in case it doesn't need it. But yeah, it still gets Spikes. Still gets all the good stuff. No Body Press, but that's fine. I think that's totally fine. Man, there's so many new mons. Not in the new mons, but like so many mons still to go. We're like we're not even halfway through. Houndour's here. Still gets Counter, which I like, so you can go like Sash Counter. Still gets Elemental Punches, still gets Sucker Punch if you need to, but Destiny Bond's a big one. I think Destiny Bond's a really important part of like Houndoom's kit. So you can counter, Sash Counter to KO a mon, and then Destiny Bond to kill another one, so you play it kind of like a Zoroark, but with Destiny Bond. And so that's how I've always liked playing Houndooms, because Houndoom has a good speed stat. 95 is really nice, and I'm excited for Houndoom to come back. Kingdra can get Move Tutor Draco Meteor, it's nice. Good mon in general. Phanpy. Ice Shard, Play Rough. So that's a move that just didn't exist on this mon like back in the day. Play Rough. It's good stuff. Like Donphan, people use Donphan as a good Rapid Spin mon. So it's gonna be good. Rapid Spin's still here, right? Am I an idiot? Rapid Spin. Oh, cool. Awesome. You miss Houndoom. Houndoom's good. Houndoom's a great mon. Porygon 2, there's no ever Eviolite, so like you don't have to worry about Porygon 2. Porygon Z is gonna be usable though. Yes, Stantler gets Entrainment right here. So definitely watch out for that. It's something new that it didn't have before. Stantler's a decent mon. It gets Intimidate and Trick Room, something that like no other Pokemon in the game can do. So Stantler's going to be kind of cool. It's going to be kind of cool. Smeargle, oh my god. Like we talked about it earlier today. We talked about Smeargle. I'll put the same image up. I'll put the image up again. Look, yeah, Smeargle's busted. Yeah, Entrainment into competitive procs for the Stantler. But yeah, that's... Whew, I'm not excited for Smeargle. Smeargle brings a little bit too much to the table. It's hard to respect all of the things Smeargle brings to the table. Tyrogue, Egg Moves, Rapid Spin. So that means Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee both get Rapid Spin. Jump Kick, Mind Reader, Counter, Bullet Punch, Faint. Those are all really good moves that you don't want to pass to any of those mons. So it's really, really good. Hella Fake Out Spore, Follow Me. Yep, it's going to be rough. Hitmontop. Hitmontop's just a great mon in general. Like seeing it. Smoochum. So Fake Out, Roleplay, and Fake Out and Roleplay are going to be on Jinx. So that's good. So it means Jinx still retains basically its whole kit. Elekid, Cross Chop, Dynamic Punch, Hammer Arm, Faint, Fire Punch, Ice Punch. Cool. That means that Electabuzz retains its whole kit as well, and that means Electivire retains its whole kit as well, because Cross Chop and Ice Punch were super, super important moves on Electivire, and that's basically what made the Pokemon good. The Grass type is safe, and they use Lovely Kiss. Yep. Magby. Looks like no Follow Me. Belly Drum's still there. Mega Punch. Mach Punch is still there. That's kind of... I've always thought it was weird this Pokemon gets Mach Punch, but if it's there, it's there. Miltank. Belch Curse, Double Edge, Hammer Arm Present, Seismitoss Reversal Helping Hand. It's okay. It gets Heal Bell. Probably the best thing, and Milk Drink. So those are the only two things it really brings to the table. Electivire is actually really, really good in Gen 4. Like, I would say I built my best Gen 4 team around Electivire. And I think it's probably around top 15 Gen 4. Blissey here still is basically the same as Chansey. He gets soft boiled, gets minimized, still gets seismic tosses and egg moves, so Blissey's gonna be about the same. Yep. I wanna see if they still give it stealth rocks. Yep, stealth rock's still there, so it's gonna be played exactly the same. Snatch isn't in the game either, so they took that out. So other than that, like Thunderwave's still there. It's gonna play exactly the same. See if it gets like Ice Beam still, just to make sure. So Thunder's still there, we're good. Hail, Calm Mind, Ice Beam, yeah, same play. Raikou, here we go. Do you keep Scald, my guy? Let's see, I see no Scald here. E-Speed, so they're keeping the event Raikou. This was an event-only move from from Heart Gold Soul Silver, so that's like a buff to Raikou that didn't really have before. Love the video on the BDSP Pokedex. We're just reviewing all the moves that things get. I don't see Scald anywhere. So Scald's gone, which is completely fair. If Raikou got Scald, that would break this game in half. Oh, it does get Scald! That's such a buff! Like, what the... That's so nutty! That's probably the biggest buff for this game. Like, Raikou was already OU. Raikou was already, like, a viable, amazing, and good pick. It keeping Scald means it has, like, no counters. Raikou walks into the bar, there are no counters. Because you can't Thunderwave it with Blissey. That's nutty. That's a good one. Entei getting Extreme Speed is still a buff, too. I think Sacred Fire is also... I don't know if it had Sacred Fire back in the day. I think it had Flare Blitz. Raikou best Electric Bond. Yeah, Raikou better than Zapdos confirmed. Entei still keeps Eruption and stuff like that. But Entei keeping Extreme Speed, again, that wasn't in Gen 4 until the very end in Heart Gold Soul Silver. So as far as, like, Entei goes, it's a buff. Suicune, still keeping Extreme Speed amounts, about the same. Suicune keeping Tailwind. There you go. Suicune keeping that Tailwind. Snarl's still a TR. Scald, that's a buff that it didn't have back in the day. So, Suicune's good. Larvitar, Curse, Outrage, Dragon Dance still available. I feel like this is missing something that it used to have that was really good. So I got a text message, which is important. Alright. It's fine. Okay, and then let's see T-Tar. Looks like T-Tar is about the same. I feel like it's missing something, but like T-Wave's still there, Rocks are still there. I guess it's still basically all the same. Like Curse, is Curse still here? Yeah, Curse is still there. It's the same. Yeah, Raikou's gonna be fucking nuts. Lugia. Dragon Rush, that's new. That's new. Recover, other than that, it's still the same. Aeroblast. Earth Power's gone. So, Lugia doesn't really matter. It's gonna be banned anyways. Ho-Oh. It's like they take Sacred Fire away with Lamau. Now Ho-Oh's about the same too. Gets Brave Bird still? It's a nerf. No more Brave Bird. No more flying attacks, right? Like really, kind of. Gets Roost still, but like you have Recover. No flying attacks sucks. That's a nerf. No Brave Bird Ho-Oh. That's a nerf. Celebi. Yeah, Earth Power's gone here too. Gets Perish Song. But yeah, these are things that Celebi had in... I think it had it in Gen 5 at least. But yeah, no Earth Power Celebi means he can't fight Heatran. Yeah, Life Tube with no Brave Bird and Ho. It's funny. Pluck Ho-Oh Lamau. Celebi still gets Stealth Rock, so that's good. Trico. Absorb / Night Slash. See if we see Endeavor. There's the Endeavor right there. So you can still go Endeavor Quick Attack on these guys, which is pretty much how you have to play Sceptile in like the lower formats. Sceptile's still okay. Yeah, still gets Dual Chop. Still should get like a... Did it have Dragon Claw as an egg move? Dragon Breath. I think it used to get Dragon Claw as an egg move. And that might be a nerf. I think it used to. It was like way back in the day. Or Dragon Claw was a TM. It might still be a TM. Yeah, Dragon Claw right there. Cool, cool. It keeps it. It keeps it. I've always thought that was good coverage. TM on Sceptile. There we go. Torchic. Here we go. Pet, Crush Claw, Curse, Counter, Feint. Good moves. Baton Pass. Great to keep. So yeah, that's good. Torchic basically keeps all its moves. Torchic's going to be... Blaziken's going to be good. Blaziken's probably going to get banned. Blaziken didn't have speed boost. Remember, guys, Gen 4 was before hidden abilities, and Blaziken was still like very, very highly used in UU, and was definitely usable in OU. And this was before speed boost, and when speed boost came out, it was just banned. So it might just get banned again. Mudkip, here we go. Counter, Meercoat. I might use this instead of Swampert in the next one. Wyguard Yawn, good set. Looks about the same, but with Scald. So like every water type is getting a huge buff in Scald existing in this format. Every single one of them. Because before they just had to use Surf. Now they can kill things. All right. Poochyena, I heard some good things about this. Yawn Poochyena. Does it get Yawn right now? It's not in the game right now. Yeah, so it's a... It didn't used to get Yawn, I'll tell you that. So that's really, really good. Yeah, Yawn's right there. I don't think it got Yawn. Looks like it doesn't get the parting shot, but you know, I think it's Nasty Plot, which is really good. There's Nasty Plot. So that's kind of cool. Gives it a couple of viable options because like it's usable after a Nasty Plot, especially if you put him to sleep from a Yawn. And he gets Player F too. It's kind of cool. Zigzagoon. This is going to be an important one. It still gets the extreme speed and the belly drum. So that means Linoon is going to be something worth respecting in this format. Like Linoon with the E-speed belly drum, that's good. It's a good set. So like you're gonna have to deal with this. This is going to be something that people are going to have to deal with. Beautifly gets Quiver, and again it doesn't get that much else. No, it still gets. Does it get Sleep Powder? I don't think it gets Sleep Powder. That's the thing that always sucked about this thing. It didn't get Sleep Powder. Oh well, let me check one thing. Alright. So Dustox here, relatively same thing. Gets Quiver, no Sleep Powder. Sad face. Let's go Linoon. Yeah, Linoon's gonna be really good. So Lotad, let's see, this is an important one too. Leech Seed. I feel like there should be more there. Moody? Like, so there's the Fake Out. No Encore. That's a nerf. That's a nerf, chat. We have a nerf in chat. No more Encore Ludi. That makes sense. I think Encore is a little bit busted on that Pokemon, to be completely honest. I can't believe they even gave it to it. Seedot. Leech Seed, Quick Attack. Beat Up is still here. One of the better Beat Up mons. And it still keeps Foul Play. Shift Tree is really cool. It gets look at all these cool moves, like Fake Out, Sucker Punch. It gets Hardcast the Sunny Day. It gets a bunch of like Explosion, Hurricane, Whirlwind. There's so many weird things that Shift Tree can do. So it's definitely a cool mon. Tailo, Supersonic Sky Attack, Whirlwind, Brave Bird, Boom Burst, Hurricane. And does it still get Facade? Is the question. That's how people used to use it back in the day. Is that even a move in this game? It gets Defog. Is Facade in the game? Can I read? Facade's right there. Cool. Yeah, so you can still play Pidgeot, Swellow the exact same way. The Yellow Swellow, that's another YouTuber that had their mascot. Wingull, Twister, Gust, Ockring, Knockoff, Soak, Wide Guard. We see Hurricane. There it is. And there's Tailwind. So that's your set right there too. Routes. Alright. Ally Switch. I went right for it. Yo, Gardevoir with the Encore, with the Ally Switch, with the Destiny Bond. Looks like they kept this thing exactly the same. But again, there's no Mystical Fire anymore, right? So it's just really going to make this Pokemon back to what it used to be. Right, Mystical Fire should just be gone. Moonblast there, oh, that's good. And Teleport, that's good too. Surskit, I love this thing. So, Mudshot, Psybeam, Hydro Pump. I love this thing, always got Hydro Pump. Fell Stinger's funny. But yeah, Hydro Pump on Masquerain, it has like decent special attack, 100, has decent speed, and it gets Intimidate. And it gets Quiver. I've always liked this thing. It gets like Bug Buzz, gets Quiver. Hydro Pump was super cool coverage that you wouldn't expect like a Bug Flying to get. So I've always liked this thing. I'm excited to use one. Shroomish, Fake Tears Charm, Helping Hand, Worry Seed, Seed Bomb. And it looks like it does get the Toxic. So, like, you know, Subseed, like Linoon could still be really good. Not Linoon, Breloom, sorry. Does this look at Focus Punch? Ooh. Focus Punch, I think, was a TR. There it is, right there. It's Focus Punch. So it still gets Focus Punch. I think it's like a gym leader reward. But yeah, it's basically people just go Subseed, and then they basically use like Toxic Heal and restore like a full sub every single turn and just channel Focus Punch. It's kind of how you play this thing. It's a good mon. It's a great mon. And it still gets Spore, right? You have to get Spore before you evolve it. So only Shroomish gets Spore. Slack Off. So that means, let's check the egg moves. Slash, Body Slam, Snore. Crush Claw, Hammer Arm's kind of cool. After Use kind of cool too. But yeah, this thing, Slacking, it's like a second Regigigas, right? It gets Encore, it gets Slack Off, it gets Yawn. Good stuff. I think this Pokemon's definitely usable as well. Nincada, Gust Night Slash, Bug Bite, Final Game at Flail. Ooh, they took a move off it, didn't they? Let's go. Let's see what move they took off. They took a move off of it. I know that they did. Bug Bite, Final Gambit. Did they take Bug Bite? No, Bug Bite's still there. Final Gambit. Flail. No, they kept them all. They kept them all. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. They kept them all. It's exactly the same, chat. It's exactly the same. Whismer. Circle Throw, Disarming Voice. Endeavor. Whirlwind. That's cool. Fake Tears. That's cool. That's a move they didn't get before. That's, I mean, it didn't get in like previous gens. And Louder just has really good coverage. Hyper Voice and Boom Burst. Love to see that. Makuhide, man. For those guys that have not played in a Hariyama format, get ready for this. Detect, Helping Hand, Cross Chop, Revenge, Dynamic Punch, Counter, Bullet Punch, Feint, Wide Guard. Like Feint, Wide Guard. I think it learns Fake Out as well. So it's a really, really like underrated mon. It's like really, really, really underrated in my opinion. And it gets Thick Fat too. It's like a really, really good thing. How did Golden perform? We won like every game but one. You missed it. We won like every single game. It was pretty good. I liked the Golduck. It does get Fake Out. Yeah, Hariyama gets Fake Out. It's a great mon. Zoo Roll. So this is where we see the same thing as Meryl. Same like egg moves and stuff like that. Nose Pass. A Pokemon that definitely would have benefited from Body Press, but it doesn't have it. But it does get Wide Guard. And that's alright. So Skitty's another cool one. I like, me and Eeks both like this Pokemon. Helping Hand, Uproar. Fake Tears is nice to see on that. Fake Out's good to see. Sucker Punch is good to see. Cosmic Power, Baton Pass might be kind of fun. Simple Beam's also a pretty unique ability. Delcatty gets decent stats, so I like Delcatty. Alright, let's see. Sableye. Recover, Flatter, Feint, Sucker Punch, Metal Burst, so they're keeping that. Trick, alright. You look in prison, you still see Fake Out. Let's go with the, we got Trick from somewhere, right? Like, it just still gets Trick. There's no reason to trick anything with this guy anymore. But yeah, Recover, it seems about the same. Quash is still there. Mawile. I like that they keep all the Elemental Fangs on a Mawile for like a Sheer Force set. Metal Burst is kind of cool. Did Sableye lose Encore? Oh, crap, did it? That's completely fair. It shouldn't have ever got it. Yeah, it looks like it's not here. That's completely fair. It shouldn't have ever got it. It was a little bit broken. Aeron. Do we still see Metal Burst? Metal Burst on the Aeron. But Endeavor's cool. So, like, the Endeavor Aerons are still going to be a thing. Superpower is cool. Aeron's a great mon. Aggron's a lot of fun to play with. Meditate. Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Fake Out. Bullet Punch, Quick Guard. Good stuff. People like Medicham. Medicham's a cool mon. It can sweep. It can get some big reverse sweeps. Gets a bunch of big damaging moves. Electrike. Headbutt, Curse, Switcheroo. So it's keeping Switcheroo. Keeps the Elemental Fangs. And do we see Flamethrower? Flamethrower on Manectric. It's still here. We Switcheroo. Not bad. Plusle. I've always liked these things. They're fun. Still gets Wish. No Fake Out though, right? No Fake Out? Yeah, it's always a bad problem with these guys. They don't get Fake Out. They get Ashwat though. They get Encore. So at least they're usable. Volbeat. Here we go. Another Prankster mon. Baton Pass, Trick, Encore. So there you go. There's your Prankster Encore right there. Like Baton Pass and stuff like that. Baton Pass, Tail Glow. That's the thing. That's the thing that makes this guy good. Yep. Medicham keeps Fake Out. Boom Boy is back. That's right. I forgot you used that thing. Yeah, Tail Glow's here. Tail Glow just Baton Pass, Tail Glows. That's like really, really big. So that's what this guy does. Luminise, Illumise, Growth Encore. So Growth's kind of unique there. With Aromatherapy, kind of cool. Not as good as the other one. Roselia. So Cotton Spore, Sleep Powder, Life Dew Spikes, Leaf Storm. So looks like Roserade's going to be about as good as it was before. Gulpin, Gulpin these. Pain Split, Acid Armor, Destiny Mon's unique. Gunk Shot's cool. So it didn't have this in the last game, I don't think. So it didn't have like a good stab move. Gets Encore. So in Trick 'em teams, this guy might see some play on Swalot. Swalot these. Might see play, you never know. Caravana, so big Sharpedo. And it keeps Destiny Bond. That's all we needed, chat. That's all we needed. With Sharpedo, keep Destiny Bond. It's usable. That's like its best move, so it's good. Whalmer, do we still see Water Spout? Yep, cool. That's basically all you really need. Fisher's still cool to see too. Clear Smog's cool to see. I really like that it kept Clear Smog. I would have liked to have seen, I know it's clashing with Clear Smog, but Icy one would have been really cool to see it keep it. It's not the end of the world. Numal for Camerupt. Yawn, nice. And it looks like, is there no Eruption? Yeah, there is. Eruption on Camerupt. Cool. Yeah, that's just it's a second Torkoal, guys. It's a little bit faster, a little bit weaker. Torkoal, the boy, Yawn, Fisher, Skullbash, Eruption, Clear Smog, Superpower. Did Torkoal always have Superpower? I mean, he's the strongest Pokemon in the world, but like, it is what it is. Shell Smash, well, now it's still there. Eruption's still there. Looks like we're about the same. Spoink. Future Sight, Extra Sensory Trick, Zen Headbutt, Amnesia Mirror Coat, Whirlwind Symbol Beam. Alright. Looks like it's still bad. It gets Teeter Dance. It used to be one of the few mons that got Teeter Dance thing. I remember that. Spinda. Alright, I love Spinda. Gets Contrary. So Encore, Disable, Baton Pass, Wish, Trick, Fake Out. Nice. Roleplay, Psycho Cut, Fake Tears, Rapid Spin. That's cool to see. I didn't know it got that. Icy Wind's cool to see. Psycho Shift, Guard Swap. This thing I might see play. What's that move? Assist. Assist is not here. So that's a nerf. That's a nerf to Spinda. It did get Psyshock, Rip Espeon. Yeah, so Psyshock is in the game. Rip Espeon. That sucks. That's a nerf. But Spinda's cool. I like Spinda. I'll probably use some of this guy. I like that guy a lot. Trapinch. Still gets Quick Attack. Nice. Still gets Faint. Nice. Flygon. This guy sucks. They took away Dragon Dance, didn't they? Get wrecked. Get wrecked, Flygon. Oh, man, that's funny. Oh, they kept it. All right, cool. They kept it. All right. So this... I don't think Flygon had Dragon Dance in Gen 4, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Did it? Did it have Dragon Dance? I don't think that it did. Either way, that's different. Flygon kept... All right, but did it? It didn't have Dragon Dance in Gen 4. It is what it is. Cacnea. Switcheroo, Fell Stinger, about the same. This guy's about the same. I think it used to have Destiny Bond. I like that. My favorite Cacnea set, my favorite Cacturn set of all time is actually a Focus Punch set. So I'm weird. I've always ran this guy with Focus Punch with like Sub and like I think Leech Seed. Yeah, that's what I like to play. I like to play it like a Breloom. Swablu, Dragon Rush, Feather Dance, Haze, Tailwind. Nice to see. Still keeps Hyper Voice, which is really funny because like the other Altarias like that used to be playable on Altaria, and I think it's cool they kept it. And then Play Rough. This guy should still get Dragon. See, there's Perish over there. Oh, Hurricane. Nice. This guy should get Dragon Dance, right? Altaria used to get Dragon Dance, didn't it? Altaria used to get Dragon Dance. I'm gonna pull this up. Did they take Dragon Dance from my boy Altaria and give it to this jerk Flygon? Maybe they didn't. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna go to like Showdown and I'm gonna plug in a team for like Gen 4 OU. Yeah, it used to have Dragon Dance. They robbed Altaria. Wow. Altaria got robbed. That sucks, man. Like, that was a cool set. It was a cool set. Zangoose. I love Zangoose. Flail, Double Kick, Counter, Curse, Fury Swipes, Night Slash. Metal Claw, Double Hit, Disable. Final Gambit. This is a good Final Gambit mon for sure. Faint, Quick Guard, Belly Drum. Good stuff. I love Zangoose. One of my absolute favorites. Probably one of my top 5 favorite shinies in the game. Still gets close combat. It plays about exactly the same. Probably has the toxic boost, speed boost thing. Survivor, another underrated mon. Big Final Gambit mon. Like, I love these Final Gambit mons. Like 73 HP. They both get the Final Gambit. Just put a Choice Scarf on it. Cruise Control for cool. So you'd have like Final Gambit Switcheroo, like a poison attack, and like Earthquake. And that's your set on like your Scarf Survivor. Lunatone. Stay bad. Stay bad, Lunatone. No ally switch this time. Literally unusable. Barboach. Thrash, Spark, Flail, Takedown, Whirlpool, Hydro Pump, Dragon Dance. At least they kept Whiscash with Dragon Dance. That's good. Looks like it's about the same otherwise, though. It's weird that it gets Spark. I guess it's not. Quarterfish. Ancient Fire, Metal Claw. Double-Edged Aquajet, Switcheroo, Slash, Endeavor. So it still gets the Aquajet Endeavor play. Dragon Dance is still there. So it looks like they kept it about the same. Still gets Knockoff. That's actually really big that Crawdaunt like still gets Knockoff. That's good. Baltoy gets no egg moves. Still gets its Rapid Spin though. That's basically all it's good for. No Toxic anymore either. So it's good. That's technically a nerf, but it was a bit balanced because Baltoy and Claydol could be a little bit of a pain to deal with. Lily, Recover, Mirror Coat, Tickle, Bind, Curse, Mega Drain. With no Toxic. Still gets Rocks. It might have, I guess it's gonna have Storm Drain, but like, this Pokemon has never really been amazing. Doesn't have Meteor Beam anymore, so you don't have to respect it anymore. Yeah, no Toxic. That's fine. Anorith, Knockoff, Rapid Spin, Aqua Jet, Cross Poison, Iron Defense. Okay. Nothing special on Armaldo. Armaldo's not that great. Phoebus, here we go. Mirror Coat, Dragon Breath, Hypnosis, big sad. And Melodic. Life Dew still here. Dragon Tail is still here. I mean, it has the Hypnosis and the Coil, right? So it still has the same like Degenerate playstyle if you want to be the Degenerate Melodic, but the regular Melodic's still good too. I want to see if it gets Sleep Talk. So like, because it gets Sleep Talk, if it does get Sleep Talk, please have Sleep Talk. There's Rest. Sleep Talk. I can use my cool Melodic set again with Dragon Tail. That's gonna be that's a fun video. Cast Form, Future Sight, Clear Smog. Cast Form used to get Tailwind, didn't it? I don't remember that actually. It might not get Tailwind, but Cast Form's a meme. It's usable. Not bad. I thought I got Tailwind. I'm gonna look it up. I think it was a Move Tutor move. Yeah, I went Tail was a Move Tutor move. Alright. It doesn't have it anymore, though. Kecleon. Alright, I love Kecleon. There's actually some YouTube content from using Kecleon that's like 8 years old on my channel. But Kecleon gets some really cool stuff. So, like, Disable Magic Coat, Trick is good. Fake Out's really good. Foul Play is good. Recover is good. What's cool about Kecleon is it gets Protein as its hidden ability. And does it still get it? Oh, does it not get it anymore? No. The game knows. It doesn't get Roleplay anymore. Roleplay, I would roleplay my own Regigigas and give Regigigas Protein. Right? That's what I would do. I'd be like, Regigigas, you now have Protein. Go win the game. And it's not here anymore. Sad. Shuppet, Disable Destiny Bond. So it's funny they still keep Destiny Bond there. Gunk Shot, that's another egg move that it didn't used to get this back in Gen 4. So it's cool that it kept it for like Bandit, because I love Bandit. 115 attack is still really cool. But I like the it gets Knockoff, it gets Phantom Force, it gets like Shadow Sneak, Destiny Bond if you want it. Yeah, I like it. It gets Gunk Shot. Cool mom. Duskull. So Dusclaw, let's see the egg moves here. Pain Split, Grudge, Memento, Hazen, Prison, Destiny Bond. Looks about the same. Pain Split's the only one that's like a pain to get. And it looks like Dusknoir might actually see play. It kept Skill Swap. It kept Skill Swap, but it got Role Play, right? I wanted to give it Role Play. Like Kecleon gets Skill Swap, right? That's what we're talking about. It's up here. Where's Skill Swap? I don't see it. No, Ally Switch Claps. You're right. No, wait. Where was Skill Swap? Oh, sorry. Why don't people Skill Swap Regigigas? They can. Like you just gotta see it more. I don't see Skill Swap. Am I an idiot? Gets faint too. That was another good thing about it. It gets faint. Skill Swap is a TM. Oh, is it a TM? Can I not fucking see? This is so small, and I've been streaming for way longer than I normally stream. What TM is it? If I control F, it'll like brick the whole thing because it's such a big page. TM 48. passed it like 4 times. There it is. I guess that's skill swap. All right, we can use Kecleon correctly. Cool beans. And then, yeah, you're right. No more ally switch. Ally switch, the demon is defeated. That's a good nerf. It's almost like these guys play the game. I love that. Tropius. All right. This guy is a fun mon using Gen 4 if they keep, yes, it still has Dragon Dance and Dragon Hammer. Yo, we about to drop the hammer on these guys. I love me some Tropius. Like, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Tropius is fun. It's terrible. This is a terrible Pokemon. But like, when you beat someone with Tropius, they have to hold the biggest L the world's ever seen. Chimecho. Chimecho's a really popular Pokemon as well. Can I have a link to this site? Here you go. Future Sight, Recover, Perish Song. Yeah, it's another cool one. Yeah, I like Chimecho. It's a cool mon. It's a bunch of unique moves. But like, a lot of Psycho types get it now. I'm surprised they didn't give it Ally Switch. It's just surprised they didn't give it Ally Switch. Absol. Another good Justified mon. I still think Galarian is going to be a little bit better. Gets Perish. Gets Play Rough, which it did not have back then. So that's actually really important to note. So they're keeping it a lot like it is now. Looks like it doesn't get Mega Horn anymore, though. So like Night Slash, Play Rough. Doesn't get a fighting attack really anymore either. They took away Close Combat, I think. So, I mean, it can still get stuff, but it's not. Its move pool is being a little bit limited. Why not? Yo, why not? Safeguard Lamau. Snow Run. So block disable, Switcheroo is still nice to see. Spikes is still good to see, and then you can go into Glalie and or Frostlass. I think Frostlass is a little bit later in the decks, but as long as it still gets Destiny Bond, that's a good Pokemon. Absol does Mega Horn. Am I just fucking? I can't read anymore at all. My eyes are just not what they used to. Is it TM? Sorry for giving all this incorrect info. I'm not seeing it. Egg move. Oh, am I an idiot? Alright, yeah, it did. It did keep it. Alright, thank you guys. Fuck, I cannot do it. And I gotta finish the video, right? I gotta finish it. We're getting so close. There's a Snow Run here. Spheal, cool mom. Curse Fisher. I really like Spheal in like Trick Room teams. I've built Trick Room teams about this guy before. You set Trick Room and you just spam Sheer Cold. It's a cool set. Yep, there's the Sheer Cold right down there. Right down there. Spheal's cool. I like this Pokemon. It doesn't get Toxic anymore though, so it's gonna have to be played that way. Yeah, Warrior's fun, but I think it's better with. I think its best set's probably Toxic sets, but it's just not. You know, you can't do it anymore. Clamperl, I've never been a fan of this thing. It does get Shell Smash, but it's too slow. And then Huntail can still get the Shell Smash, right? But the only one that was really ever viable was Gorbis, and you would Baton Pass the Shell Smash, right? So Gorbis was definitely viable back then. Relicanth, no more body press for the boy. Does it still get Yawn? Still gets Yawn, so that's pretty good. You got to make a new team. Love Disc. All right, Love Disc gets Soak, which means it's not even terrible. Just because it gets Soak, you can use some cool Soak stuff. Entrainment's cool. Heal Pulse is cool. Looks like it's about the same. Bagon. All right, Defense Curl, Dragon Rush, Thrash Twister, Hydro Pump. So it keeps Hydro Pump, Dragon Dance. That's really nice to see. Salamence ended up getting banned in Gen 4 once they got Outrage. So, you know, like Salamence didn't have Outrage in Diamond and Pearl. It did not have this move. It got this move from Platinum. So this is technically a buff to Salamence. So just throwing that out there. It is a buff. Beldum gets nothing. Metagross, Hammer Arm. The Bullet Punch is still the same. It doesn't have Iron Head. So that's another thing. But I don't think it had Iron Head in Gen 4 either. I think you just had like a weak steel attack. I think you just used Bullet Punch. I don't think it had Iron Head. Yep. Regirock. No body press on this guy either. Big nerfed. No Ally Switch Metagross either. Yeah, Ally Switch is gone from a lot of things. It's really only on a few mons, kind of like how it was in Gen 5. Registeel still... Registeel and Regice still big nerfs. Like, they don't have body press. Latias. Alright, let's see. Latias gets Tailwind still. Okay. Alright. Heal Pulse, still a good move as well. Latios still gets Tailwind. Ally Switch, though! What the hell? Yo, ally switch Latios. What is that? That's new. Like, I think it got ally switch, right? Let me just check. Does it get just like learn ally switch or straight up like level up? Yeah, it does learn it at level 30. It's the same as it is in this game, but like it's still like weird that that's on there. I mean, to be fair, would you rather have it on Latios or Latias? It's busted on Latias because it never freaking dies, but it's funny. Kyogre looks to be about the same. Yep. Groudon seems to be about the same as well. Precipice Blades, that's a buff. That wasn't in Gen 4. Origin Pulse, I didn't even notice the Origin Pulse, but like, this wasn't in Gen 4, so that's a buff for Groudon. That wasn't on Groudon back in the day. Raycray, Dragon's Descent, that's not in Gen 4, so Ubers is going to be a very, very different looking game. This is a big one for singles. Jirachi doesn't have Iron Head anymore, so Jirachi can't Paraflinch. Iron Head, I don't remember if it was like a TR, like a Mewtwo or something. Like, Jirachi had Iron Head in Gen 4. You'd go Thunder Wave and you'd Paraflinch everyone down with Serene Grace. It's not in here anymore. I looked earlier before I started the stream. And so I think it's a big, big, big change. It's going to make Jirachi a lot harder to use. It's going to completely change the way people play this Pokemon. They might still use Thunder Wave. They might still use like Rocks and Wish and maybe like just U-turn instead. But it can send Headbutt. It can, but Zen Headbutt's only at 20% flinch, so it goes up to 40, right? Yeah, you can just use a Dark type, you know? So it's like, it's definitely a change how this Pokemon's played, which is important. Deoxys is never legal. I don't even look at these things. Turtwig, here we go. Fuck, we made it to Gen 4, guys. All right, let's see. Egg moves, Worry Seed, Growth, Tickle, Body Slam, Double Edge, Sand Tomb, Seabomb, Thrash, Amnesia, Superpower. It's really good to see them still keep that. It was actually really important to its set. Y-Guard's really important to its set, so is Earth Power if you want to go special. Heavy Slam's also kind of important because it doesn't have Iron Head, so they gave Turtwig the good stuff. That's good. Turtwig gets some stuff. My favorite Turtwig set for Torterra is Scarf, actually. I love Scarf on this guy. You just go Earthquake, Wood Hammer, and then you pick between, like, you know, now you could use Iron Head, but I use Heavy Slam, which is better. You can go Crunch, which is really good. You can go Stealth Rocks, which is really good. And you can go Superpower, which is really, really good. Yeah, good stuff. I like the changes to the Turtwig set. And we're looking at like what level things are and stuff. Turtwig gets Razor Leaf at 13, which is actually kind of nice for like leveling through the game. So big wins up. Leverage 6, that's not even bad either. So we take those. Let's see, Chimchar. This is going to be important for the whole game. So Fire Punch. So the Elemental Punches gets Encore still. That's huge. Heat Wave, which used to be a move tutor move in Platinum. So it didn't used to have this. You used to have to go Flamethrower or Overheat. So that's nice, or Fire Blast. Fake Out is good to see. Counter, Quick Guard, Submission, Power Punch. So it looks like Infernape. Ooh, Slack Off. I don't remember it ever having that at all. So that's kind of unique. But that's kind of sick. Looks like Infernape basically keeps everything. Gets Taunt, still gets Feint, U-turn. Calm Mom is always a weird move here. But yeah, Mach Punch has been good. Infernape's one of the best. Infernape is probably one of the original mixed sweepers that the game ever had. Basically what you do is you would put like Flare Blitz, Close Combat, and then you'd put like Nasty Plot, or sorry, not but like Calm. You can put Calm Mind if you wanted, but you can just throw Overheat on this thing and it's good. Yeah, I don't think Infernape got Slack Off back in the day, but yeah, I think it's a really cool mon. It gets good special coverage too, believe it or not. Like so, and it gets Will-O-Wisp, it gets Taunt, it gets. It used to get Toxic, which I would use on mine. It gets U-turn. Like, this is one of the original, like, leads that the game had. Does it still get Stealth Rock? Let's find it. Swords Dance Stealth Rock. It still gets Stealth Rocks. Like, that's nuts. Like, in front of any Stealth Rock is, like, actually just nuts. Like, the fact that it gets it in general is just kind of ridiculous. Piplup, here we go. Double hit, Supersonic, Yawn. That's cool. Hydro Pump, Feather Dance, Icy Wind. Icy Wind's going to be really, really good on this thing. And then Empoleon's hidden ability, which it didn't have back in Gen 4, is Defiant, which means this Drill Peck ain't even bad. It looks like no Liquidate, though. So you're stuck using, like, Waterfall? Yep, which is how Empoleon kind of works. Empoleon seems okay. Good spread on this guy. But physical is probably going to be better. I think the biggest buffs was actually to Turtwig. So it kept a lot of its good moves that it had from Platinum. Starly, let's see. Here we go. Double Edge Uproar, Detect Revenge. These are pretty not great. But we see the numero uno final Gambit Mon with Brave Bird as well. If they take close combat from Straptor, look at they gave it close combat twice. There we go. This is what Straptor uses when it evolves. It learns close combat. I love Straptor. Straptor's probably one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. Probably, definitely in the top 20, maybe even in the top 10. I love Straptor. I've led with this Pokemon literally hundreds of times. I've used it in so many tournaments. It's great. You go Brave Bird, U-turn, close combat, and what is the other move? Brave Bird, U-turn, close combat. Final game, it wasn't in there. Like U-turn or whatever. I don't know. I said U-turn. What is the last move that I would use on this guy? Sometimes you would use the Scarf, and you would Scarf it. And so you just go Scarf Taunt. But like, yeah, so close combat, Brave Bird, U-turn. You don't use the other move. It doesn't even matter. Like, you go Double Edge if you wanted. But like, you didn't even need the other move. You really didn't even need the other move at all. It was like not important. Yeah, I like me some Straptor. Very, very cool mono. It has cool shiny too. Bidoof, quick attack, double edge, free swipes, defense curl, rollout, aqua tail, skull bash. Gets Yawn. Yawn's not bad. Curse ain't bad either. So people like Barbarrel. People like these guys, the meme mons. Kricketot. This thing sucks. Kricketune is still bad. No egg moves. And yeah, I really think this thing's not great. I didn't know it got Perish Song. I did not know this thing actually got Perish Song. It gets Sticky Web too. Yo, I'm completely wrong. This Pokemon might not suck. It gets Taunt, Night Slash. Like this Kricketune about to be popping off out here. Yeah, where's the Quiver Dance somehow? Straptor's like, I only need 3 moves. I would Scarf Taunt that thing. It'd be good. Shinx is here. Let's see. Baby Doll Eyes. Howl. Quick Attack. The Elemental Fangs are nice. Are we not going to see Superpower? Let's see. We see the Wild Charge, which is still nice. No Superpower is a nerf to this guy. Like, Superpower is really, really good for Luxray when it got it, I think, in Gen 5. But, yeah. It's a nerf for sure. Still get Snarl. You still make, like, a good vested set with, like, Snarl, Volt Switch, and things like that. And, like, Crunch and things. But not having Superpower is a bit of a letdown. Badoo, Synthesis, Cotton Spore, Sleep Powder still going to be really good. Life Dew, Spikes, Pin Missile, Mind Reader, Leaf Storm. So we already talked about that. It's basically the same as, like, there's the Roserade right here. Roserade's just going to be really good. 90 base speed's great on this thing. Good coverage. It looks like it doesn't have Weather Ball anymore, though, which isn't really that important. Roserade is one of those mons back in Gen 4 that was pretty good. How do I... You guys hear that? There's like something outside. Anyways, it was one of those mons that really benefited from like HP Ice being able to, or HP Fire being able to cover Steel types. And now that it can't really do that, it's probably gonna be a lot harder to use than people remember. But it's still gonna be like really, really good. Like better than Venusaur, I would say probably, because like Sun teams are gonna be so uncommon. Cranidos, let's see. This goes into Rampardos. So Crunch, cool. Double Edge, cool. Whirlwind is surprising, and the Iron Head. I'm really happy to see the Iron Head. I think this is going to be great. This guy still Head Smash, big Head Smash, Choice Scarf, Cruise Control for cool on Rampardos. This guy's going to be built kind of like Tyrantrum is built now. So just be on the lookout for that. Shieldon with Headbutt, Scary Face, Focus Energy, Double Edge. Curse is nice, Fisher's nice, Counter's nice, Wygarth's nice. And do we still see Metal Burst? Cool. So like, the exact set that I really liked to use back in the day is still there. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's like a sad animal outside. Hopefully it's not too loud. Hopefully it's not too loud. But yeah, this guy gets a bunch of cool moves. I think Taunt is still really cool on this thing, because like a lot of the things people used to do against this guy was just set up on it. And you let them set up once and you just taunt them, and then you just like outvalue them. He's one of the mons that gets a ton of value from leftovers because his base HP on Bastion is like so low compared to how like massive both of the two stats are here. So I've always liked this thing. It's one of my favorite. I would say it's one of my favorite. Like what is it? One of my favorite fossil mons. Burmy. Never really been a fan of this guy. Worm Dam is kind of weird too. No egg moves here, but the different Worm Dams have like all different different types, right? There's a steel one. There's I think a ground one and a bug one. Sucker Punch is cool. I didn't know they got that. But their moveset, their stat line is so bad. I like Mothim. I think Adriav likes Mothim as well. Unfortunately, Mothim doesn't get Sleep Powder, so it's kind of not great. But it gets some cool stuff. It gets Quiver, which I think is a really big buff to that guy in this gen. So Quiver's going to be really cool on this thing if you can go Quiver to Bug Buzz might be kind of nice. It gets some other really cool moves. I think it still probably gets like Psychic. There it is. It gets Roost if you want to make it a bulky set. Bug Buzz, of course. Shadow Ball is kind of nice. Energy Ball is kind of cool. Giga Drain, stuff like that. So it's definitely usable, but not great. Combee, not great either. Vespiquen, though, is one thing that I really like that they buffed Vespiquen in this game. And by buffing it, you know, you can see its moves down here. It goes all the way down to like Destiny Bond and stuff like that. You can still see Attack Order, Defend Order. But the cool thing is they gave it back a healing move. They gave it back Roost. It used to have Heal Order. Yeah, I've never been a fan of Worm Dam. I feel the same way. But yeah, Vespiquen getting back a healing move makes so you can just like Defend Order to like +6 in a good matchup. And it still gets Toxic. So you would have like Attack Order, Roost, Defend Order, Toxic. It's a cool set. And you can even cut like one of the moves for like Defog if you really wanted to. So I think Vespiquen, it's actually going to be like almost usable in like the right situation. And it gets pressure. Yeah, I think Vespiquen is a really, really cool mon. Gets Struggle Bug if you want to use that. Air Slash if you want to use that. Power Gem if you want to use that. Confuse Ray is fun to use too. So I'm excited for that. Pachirisu with the big Follow Me channel in the inner Sejun Park. It's basically all this thing really gets. It doesn't get Fake Out, but it's a very, very popular Pokemon. And I'm sure that after since Sejun like top cut with it like in doubles VGC, like this would see a lot of play. Weasel, Mudslap, Headbutt, Fury Swipes, Baton Pass, Aquaring, Switcheroo. Love the Switcheroo. Ooh, love that Fast Soak. Fast Soak on a 115 base Speedmon. This might actually see play. Yo, how's it going? So yeah, I could see Soak being usable on this guy for sure. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, it's been a while. I've never been a fan of like the Weasels, but like Fast Soaks with like a Scarf Soak / Switcheroo could actually see play in my opinion. Churi, which goes into Cherim. Let's see, Razor Leaf, Sweet Scent, Aromatherapy, Heal Pulse, Flower Shield, Rolla. It does have Weather Ball, but it doesn't have the Sword of Justice freaking move. It doesn't have the Solar Blade anymore, so it's not going to be as good as people remember it being in, you know, Sword and Shield, but still good. Sun's just not going to be as strong. Like, it's going to be good when paired next to Groudon, but like there's no Groudon because it's not going to be legal. Just saw it, and I think you missed it, but Baby Doll Eyes Pachirisu might be a 6 strat. I think that might be good, too. I think that, yeah, Baby Doll Eyes was something that wasn't on Pachirisu back in the day, and, you know, Doubles wasn't really that big back in the day, so we might actually see Baby Doll Eyes, because it's a priority move, right? I could definitely see play, I agree. I could totally see play. Shellos, back in the day, Gastrodon did not get Storm Drain, so you basically use, like, Counter, Mirror Coat, Recover, Surf, and that was your set. Sometimes you would use Clear Smog, which it still has. I like that the Gastrodon's still in the game. Gastrodon's like amazing. One of my absolute favorite Pokemon of all time. It looks like it keeps most of its moves. It even keeps the Earth Power, which is really, really nice. Yeah, no Solar Blade Cherry. I'm big sad. Ambipom we talked a little bit about before. It just gets a bunch of really cool moves. There are people that like to go like Fake Out Last Resort. There are people that like to go with like the multi-hit moves to break Sashes. Sash Apom is still like Ambipom is still a really good like Bond as well. It was a great lead back in the day because you could taunt Rock Setters, you turn out, and 115 was a lot faster than a lot of other things in the meta while still having a decent base attack stat. I never hated this thing. I know my roommates that used to play use this guy a lot. Yep, Gastro kept a big EP. Let's see. Drifloon gets Haze, Hypnosis, Clear Smog, Destiny Bond, and Tailwind through Egg Move. Drifloon's going to be really, really good. I just don't know how we would actually activate the Unburden. So we might not be able to Unburden because like you'd have to hard cast the terrain. There's no manual terrain setters in this format. So this guy might just see play because it warns Tailwind too, just straight up warns it. It's a good mon. Might have to have some like self-damage proc damage reduction barrier or something, or like normal gem of some sort somehow. I don't know. Maybe like a Citrus Drifblim? That could totally be usable. I could totally see that working. But Drifblim's a cool mon. I like this thing. It's one of my all-time favorites. I like the shiny as well. Baniri still keeps Fake Out, Switcheroo, Teeter Dance, Fake Tears, Encore. Gets all the elemental punches. I like it. Lopunny's definitely usable mon. Mirror Coat. That's new, right? If you can transfer a BDSP mon to Sword and Shield, what mon would you make a team out of first? So you're not going to be able to for at least until like January, the January update. So I would probably use Yanmega. I like Yanmega. Yanmega's my favorite. I have Weakness Policy, but Weakness Policy's not in the game, right? But Mirko, I didn't know that, like, Mirko and Magico, I didn't know they weren't either of those moves. And then Entrainment as well, another really, really good move. Miss Magus, we talked a little about this. Whoa, Mystical Fire is still in the game. I think this was actually, wait, yeah. If I remember correctly, this was the only Pokemon that got Mystical Fire, I think, way back when. So, good Miss Magus. That's great. Like, that's a reason to use this thing. There's a reason to use this guy. I thought they took it out of the game. That's nutty. Yeah, it was a signature move. It was. So that's good. Good for this thing. Good stat line, too. Like 105, 105. Great. That's great. Great stat line. There's the Honchkrow right here. Speaking of Honchkrow, I think Murkrow is going to be a little bit better. Just because, like, Honchkrow doesn't really bring anything to the table that Murkrow wouldn't be better at. Because Murkrow gets Prankster, right? So Murkrow is just going to be better. But Honchkrow is cool. It's cool. It's swag. Glameow. This is a Pokemon I like a lot. I think it does get Defiant, if I'm not mistaken. So, is there Fake Out? So there's a Fake Out right there. It gets Fake Out. It gets Hypnosis. Fake Tears is cool, but you're not really going to need it. It gets like Sucker Punch. It gets Play Rough, which is probably actually really good. If you look at Pure Ugly, like 112 is a really unique stat line. So it's going to be outspeeding a lot of different stuff. And so like a Play Rough at like +1 with like maybe a Life Orb or something might be able to pick up KOs on Dragons. You can get Speed Boost and a Max Airstream, then you can do Tinted Lens. No, you would just use Speed Boost. Just use regular Speed Boost with like Hypnosis. Just go Protect turn 1 and just Hypnosis them. Chingling, this is the unevolved form of Chimecho. So like Wish is here, Recovers here, Cosmic Power, Curse, Hypnosis. Chimecho's actually sees a lot of play in the lower tiers with Cosmic Power. I remember that. Like Chimecho used to be big in the lower tiers because it was Levitate. Not that many mons could hit it. You can just Cosmic Power, Recover till the cows come home, and then drop a big stored power at some point. It probably still gets stored power. Yeah, the Thick Cat is faster than Latios. Yep, it's fast. Yeah, I like Purugly. It's a good mon. Stunky, here we go. Still gets Flamethrower. That's the number one move you want to see. Haze is still cool to see. Foul Play's nice. Play Rough's nice. So if you want to go physical or special on Stun Tank, that's like totally usable. Still gets the Explosion if you want to do it too, to play it a little bit more like a teleport to open up a slot for a different Pokemon to come out. So don't hate that mon. I think it's a decent mon versus like a lot of ghost types and stuff like that. People definitely sleep on what Stun King can bring to the table. Bronzor, no ally switch. Balanced. I like it. Yeah, I think it looks basically exactly the same. And it was a great mon back then too, so it's still going to be good. Gets Weather Ball. It's weird to see. Bonsly, this is the we saw Sudowoodo earlier. I was surprised that Sudowoodo still kept the egg moves and so did Bonsly. But they look exactly the same. Mime Jr., here we go. Egg moves. Hypnosis, Fake Out, Confuse Ray, Power Split, Tickle, Future Sight, Mimic, Trick, Teeter Dance, Wish, Charm, Magic Room, Icy Wind. So exactly the same as Mr. Mime. No Follow Me, which is probably balanced. Happiny, exactly the same as Chansey with the Seismic Toss and Heal Bells. Chatot, here we go. This is a big one. It gets Encore, which is huge. It gets Nightshade, which I would say is a buff. It gets Air Cutter and Boom Burst. I think it used to get Boom Burst as well. It might just hard learn Boom Burst. I guess it doesn't, but yeah, the big thing here on Chatot is Parting Shot, that it gets Parting Shot. I think that's really cool. Adding a 91 base speed mon with Parting Shot, because I don't think the Meowth line gets it anymore, is like really, really cool, because I think that only a low one Meowth would get, the Alolan Persian would get that. So it's really, really cool to see it. Let's see, Spirit Tomb, Destiny Bomb, Pain Split. I've always said Spirit Tomb just needs Recover, but they're not going to give it like Recover or anything like that. Yeah, Chatot with Pain Split and like Boom Burst is, sorry, Chatot with like Parting Shot and Boom Burst and like Hyper Voice is actually kind of nice in my opinion. It gets Roost like that too if you want to be like a bulkier set. It gets Nasty Plot. Like that's kind of sick. It's Taunt. So like, and it's not like slow. 91 is better than 90. You know, we take those. But I wish Spirit Team just got like a recovery that wasn't Pain Split. It'd be nice. Gibble, here we go. Thrash, Metal Claw, Double Edge, Twister, Dragon Breath, Outrage, nice. Iron Head, really nice, because it didn't used to have that before. And looks like no Dragon Dance on the Chomp, but that's completely balanced. If Garchomp got Dragon Dance, that'd be busted. Also note that there's no more Scale Shot. So, like, Garchomp's functioning at its 102 base speed tier, and that's about it. See if they give it any other weird things that it wouldn't have had before. You can still Fling, so if there is, like, a Light Ball in the game, like Fling Garchomp is, like, something that you tend to see pop up every once in a while. Just because, like, you can paralyze other Garchomps with it, which is kind of nice. Munchlax. Going to be exactly the same as Snorlax, and again, since there's no Eviolite, you're not going to see anyone using the Munchlax. Riolu, here we go. Cross Chop, Detect, Mind Meter, High Jump Kick. I don't remember getting High Jump Kick. Vacuum Wave, Bullet Punch, Circle Throw, Howl, Agility Crunch, Low Kick, Iron Fence, Blaze Kick. Follow me! What? Yo, it has Follow Me again! Oh man, is this a mistake? Do they not know? Is Tailwind in the Shen? It is. Yeah. I guess they don't know. What they don't know can hurt them. So, like, that means Follow Me Lucario's back. And that's gonna be problematic. It was too good. I've always thought that was too good. I've literally used it at like 4 or 5 regionals, and I just think Follow Me Lucario brings too much to the table. Imagine if the Amoonguss or like the Entity could just kill you. That's what it is. But that's what it is. Yeah, it's not gonna go into Sword and Shield, that's for sure. But there it is. Let's see. Hippopotam with Slack Off. Still gets like it gets all its moves. Still gets rocks. Still gets a restoration move. Yeah, Hippo big busted. Skorupi. Whirlwind. Still nice to see that there. Poison Tail. Kind of cool to see. Yeah, it gets all its moves too. Follow Me would break Sword and Shield on Riolu. I agree. It would super break the game. Prankster Follow Me too. You could like follow me before they fake out. It's like, oh my god. Drapion looks to be like exactly the same. GF got the memo on how annoying Ally Switch was. Yeah, it's only on like 4 mons. Croagunk still gets Feint, still gets Vacuum Wave, still gets Fake Out, still gets Cross Chop, still gets Bullet Punch counter, Quick Guard. That's nice. That's nice. I like this. That's buff. Croagunk. I mean, it stays the same. Croagunk stays the same. Carnivine. Sleep Powder Egg move. Leech Seed. Rage Powder. Sleep Powder. Hello, Amoonguss. I've missed you. Wow, I don't remember Carnivine being this busted. I do not remember Carnivine getting like Sleep Powder and Rage Powder. Right? I don't remember that. So, yeah. That's not bad. That's not even bad at all. Gets like Sludge Bomb. It has like decent special attack and decent attack. Like good attack stat. Not bad. Not bad at all. And gets Leech Seed. Like it might even be like better Amoonguss. You never know. Gets like Crunch. I think is Ring Out? Ring Out's gone. They took a ring Out away. Yeah, that's new, right? Finneon. So this thing and Lumineon both have Storm Drain, and they used to get Tailwind, and they still do get Tailwind. So that's sick. Egg moves looking like not that great, but like a Sweet Kiss is kind of cool. But like Tailwind on a Storm Drain mon that has 91 base speed is actually really, really cool. It also gets Soak. So like you can Tailwind and then Soak things, and that's really cool. I like this. Like, this is good. This is good stuff. Yeah. Mantike. So Mantike doesn't get Roost. And we talked about that already. Like, Mantike doesn't get it where Mantine does. And then Snover here. Leech Seed, Growth, Double Edge. Magical Leaf, Mist. So Snover looks to be exactly the same. Still gets the Sheer Cold. Still gets the big Wood Hammer. Bombasnow looking the same. Looks like no... Alright, there is a Royal. Okay, Royal. So this wasn't in Gen 4. Royal was not in Gen 4. That was not a thing. So we've actually had a bunch of cool moves. Like what is it? Icicle Crash wasn't in the original game. You had an Ice Punch. There's a bunch of cool moves that like it got that it didn't really have before. That we looked at when we looked at like Beat Up. Maybe it's a Beat Up. It's a good Beat Up mon. They were good. It was good TRs and stuff like that that Weavile didn't have back in the day that it just has access to now. Magnezone, very similar. Just a great mon. It looks like it stays the same. Licky Licky stays about the same. Still keeps knockoff, still keeps power up and stuff like that. Rhyperior is going to be good. It gets Mega Horn. I think it had Mega Horn back in the day too. Rock Wrecker, I don't remember. Rock Wrecker was in the game. Rock Wrecker was in the game. Tangrowth. Tangrowth looks to be exactly the same too. We're probably going to see a decent amount of Tangrowth because of Regenerator mon, so it's in singles. Like, this is your actual Amoonguss. It gets it gets Sleep Powder, it gets Rage Powder, and it has Regenerator. This is Amoonguss. Electivire, I love that it kept all its moves. Like, it kept Cross Chop, it kept Ice Punch, it still gets Earthquake. I think I'd be so sad if they took away Earthquake. Oh, am I not seeing Earthquake, bro? What? No way. There it is, Earthquake. And then, like, it should just get, like, Wild Charge or something. Or Thunder Punch. It just keeps Thunder Punch. Yep, Thunder Punch is fine. And that's fine. Actually, where's Wild Charge? Give this guy Wild Charge. What are you doing, game? Give me Wild Charge. Magmortar keeps a bunch of the same stuff, too. EQ TM26, yeah. Togekiss. And so Togekiss is going to get Dazzling Gleam. So it functions about the same way. It still gets the Extreme Speed. I like that. Still gets the Yawn. Do we see Air Slash? Here it is right there. Air Slash is right there. So still, Togekiss functions the exact same way. It still gets Flamethrower instead of like Heat Wave. Because it didn't have Heat Wave until like later on in the game. But like Thunder Wave, Air Slash is how this guy's going to get played. Are you able to obtain Tail in the game is a question. Of course. You'll probably be able to get it at the end of the game. Yeah, Mega. Here's the boy. Remember, it evolves when you learn Ancient Power, and so you can see this set doesn't have Hypnosis. You have to learn Hypnosis by over-leveling a Yanma to like 38, and then relearning Ancient Power to evolve it. But I'm most excited to use this thing. Leafeon's really cool. I'm excited to use Leafeon. Leafeon has Leaf Blade. Of course, it does. I thought that said Solar Blade for a sec. I was like, oh, wow. Glaceon seems about the same. Let's see if they gave it anything else. No, it looks like it's about the same. Doesn't seem to get anything else they didn't have before. Water Pulse is kind of cool. Gliscor, no toxic. No toxic on Gliscor. Big sad. It's like Gliscor is just, its whole kit is just like not going to work the way people want it to. It's like a fast submon. So they're going to have to use it as like a Swords Dance mon. And if you're using a Pokemon with this EV, with this stat line as a Swords Dance mon, you should just be using a Garchomp, right? You should just be using Garchomp. Mamoswine. Let's see. Mamoswine, does it keep Peck? No, no Peck. They didn't add Peck back to it. So it's different from Gen 4. Not that you would ever use Peck, but it used to have Peck. I wish they kept Peck on Mamoswine in this gen, because that means you could Airstream with it, but it is what it is. Porygon Z gets Trick Room, gets Nasty Plot, so Nasty Plot's really cool here. Gets Recover, gets Bolt Beam. Come on. Imagine Moxie for Alligator with Dragon Dance. That'd be kind of busted. Gallade is probably the best justified mon. I guess Lucario might be the best justified mon still. I forgot Lucario was in the Dex, and now Lucario can follow me. Oh my god. Lucario can, like, follow me. That's so dumb. I mean, we used to use that all the time, but... yeah, Gallade still gets all the cool stuff. Gallade gets Ally Switch, though, remember, because, like, Routes gets it. So, be on the lookout for Ally Switch Gallade. Probopass, relatively same thing as Nosepass. Gets Dazzling Gleam, that's kind of cool. Not bad. Dusknoir is going to be usable, just like it was in Gen 4. Dusknoir was a great mon in Gen 4. There's not that many moves that just one-shot Dusknoir. There's no Urshifu Darks. There's no Zacians. You can't one-shot this Pokemon. You will not, even if you use, like, a Shadow Ball, you don't stab it, so you won't be able to kill it. No, Probopass doesn't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't get body press. Where is it? I said it doesn't get body press. Oh god, it does. Huh. I'm gonna do this. See, like it bricks the whole thing when I do the Control F. So what gets body press? Is there more stuff that gets? 4 Pokemon get body press in this game. Actually, it looks like just 2. So Probopass gets it. And Gigas gets it. Gigas gets body press! That's sick! Oh, that's funny. That's like such a troll. They kept it in the game just to make this good. Good. It gets body press. That's a buff. It didn't have that in the last game, so it's good. Frostlass, here we go. Destiny Bond still in the game. That's good to see. Will-O-Wisp, Aurora Veil, I like that. Plays exactly the same. Rotom shouldn't be losing anything. Uxie shouldn't be losing anything either. Still gets the Yawn. Mesprit still looks about the same. Azelf still gets Explosion, still gets Nasty Plot, still gets all the moves that it gets, so Azelf's looking about the same as well. Dialga, Metal Burst, Earth Power, alright. And no Aura Sphere on Dialga then. That's fair. Dialga didn't really need Aura Sphere. Palkia here. Power Gem. Has that always been a thing? Earth Power still? That's nice. So Palkia still has some good moves as well. Spatial Rend. Heatran, let's see. Heatran keeps Earth Power. That's good. Did I get to Aura Sphere at 56? Am I just an idiot? No, I am an idiot. Wow, I'm such an idiot. Alright, yeah, Palkia gets it too. But yeah, what is it? Heatran still keeps Earth Power, so it's good. Heatran keeping that Earth Power is nice to see. And Gigas with the body press. Like, I'm excited for that. That's sick. That's probably, like, what I'm going to do. Like, just go wide guard Gigas with, like, body press. And it sucks that it loses Icy Wind. I liked Icy Wind on it. Does it keep Protect? Bro, is Protect, like, not a TM in this game? There it is. Oh, it keeps Protect! That wasn't in the game either. Like, it is now, but it wasn't back then. So that's good. Keeps Thunder Wave, I'm sure. Yeah. Cool. Giratina. Give me back Double Team. We have Double Team back, right? Yeah, that's sick. I'm excited. So I can use my cool Giratina set if I ever have to play doubles. Alright, where's Double Team? Look, Double Team. There it is. So, like, my favorite Giratina set's going to be usable again. Cresselia. I looked at Cresselia earlier. It's exactly the same. No Ally Switch, though. No Ally Switch, Cress. Fion. relatively the same. Manaphy still gets a tail glow, so Manaphy will be banned. Manaphy is definitely going to be banned like it was in the last one. Darkrai still gets Dark Void at level 66. It will be banned as well. Shaman. Regular Shaman wasn't banned, and regular Shaman is fun. So I think regular Shaman's good. Still gets, it gets Dazzling. That's kind of nice. It doesn't get Earth Power, though, so it can't really fight Heatrans, and that's pretty much just the meta regarding Shaman. Arceus ain't going to be legal, but it does get an E-Speed, Recover, all the good stuff. Judgment. These are all the unknowns. Cast Form, we already talked about it. These are just the different Cast Form forms. Hurricane's cool to see on Cast Form. Deoxy's not important. And then the only last little difference is, like, Skyman. These are just different Mothim forms and Cello and all the different forms of Pokemon. But, like, Skyman gets Air Slash. And regular Shaman gets Air Slash too, but Skyman gets Serene Grace, and so that'll be banned as well. But holy moly, we did it. We got to the very end. That took, like, over 2 hours. So don't say I didn't do anything for you. Shoutouts to Pikatrainer and the other people that, like, make me read things. Otherwise, I would have gave you guys a bunch of incorrect information. But you know what? You guys can check it out as well if you guys go right here. Other than that, hopefully you guys are excited for the remakes. I'm tired. I'm going to take a break. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.